welcome to Shadow the Broker 51 Triple Threat. So let's go ahead and get started with introductions. First up is Ben.
Hi, I'm playing Gristelavar's Vanks, also known as Gristle. He's a Shistavan Wolfman, Doctor, Charmer, and now Marshal. He is the group's chief medical officer and tries to keep them out of trouble by either healing their wounds or being nice to people.
Yes. Next up is Brandon.
I am playing Saber Centel, the Fallen Prince. Saber is working to overcome his addiction to the dark side, something that he goes to in times of fear. And that's Saber.
Next up is Dan.
I'm Dan. I'll be playing Aiden. He's a Corellian Fringer pilot who is just interested in seeing the Empire taken down.
Cool. Next up is D.
Hi, I'm Dee. I'm playing Dara. She's a Chiss smuggler and pilot, and she's recently returned from Scylla with several crates of Sicilian whiskey, which is ice blue.
Ah, you'll be popular with Chim Chim. Next up is Eric.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'll be playing Packbat, a Dracelian sharpshooter. He is a rebel liaison assigned to the Broker's Cell now that they've officially joined the rebellion.
Cool. And last but not least is Leslie.
I'll be playing Hank today. I'll be playing Hack today. Hack is a gank. Right now he's into making weapons and making cybernetics and making armor.
Awesome. All right, so we will do our roles for obligation, duty, and morality.
So 50 definitely hits. 50 is Saber's Survivor's Guilt.
Oh, God. Okay, that actually works perfectly for this. And 89, I'm assuming, sails right over, and 75 is closer to...
Actually Saber as well.
Goodness.
So, yeah. So his morality and his obligation trigger.
Okay, well, these will... Well, no spoilers. So we will proceed with the mission. So you all begin at the Altar Mountain Safe House. And it's actually been over a week since Rogesh and N1M3 left on a routine supply run to Srelur. They were supposed to check in 2 days ago, and normally this wouldn't be cause for alarm, but something just doesn't feel right to Saber. Also, with N1M3 gone, hollow calls usually made by the droid to the broker have been handled by the agents themselves. However, also since 2 days ago, no calls have been returned. So, just give me very quick RP on what you guys are doing around the safe house, and totally optional.
Yeah, Saber would be meditating on the issue, trying to get any glimpses of the force of what's going on.
Okay.
How long have they been missing?
For over a week.
Okay. I guess if we're expecting some kind of search or rescue mission, Gristle will be pulling up Rogesh's biometric data and stuff to store it so he can... Because he knows if we're looking for Rogesh, he might not look like himself, so we need a way to identify him if we do go looking for him.
That is a very good point.
And Aiden's probably looking over maps and such, looking to see or star charts, see if he can, trace the potential routes he could have taken and things like that.
Okay.
Dara will be unloading several crates of Sicilian whiskey since he's only just returned.
All right.
Of course, Hack would be in his laboratory room, or studying more mechanics and stuff like that, as far as good armor and cybernetics.
Yeah, I imagine you have a forge actually going, or just a blacksmith hammering on something.
Right.
Yes, he's in his own world. He's talking to the spirits. He's got a spirit looking over him. Yeah,
Okay. So, everyone in the party can make one of two following rolls, but you have to choose. So, You can either make a hard perception or vigilance check with a setback to recall anything amiss with the broker's last transmission. Or you can attempt a daunting, upgraded 4 times with a setback, perception or vigilance check to recall anything amiss with Rogesh before he left with M1M3.
So is this all of us do it, or any of us?
All of you can do a check, but you have to choose which one you're doing.
Okay, what were the choices again?
3 purple, 1 black perception to recall anything amiss with the broker's last transmission, or daunting, upgraded 4 times, so 4 reds and a black, perception or vigilance to recall anything amiss with Rogesh before he left.
So Saber's going to try the Rogesh one. He can actually remove the setback from vigilance checks.
Okay.
I have a boost on vigilance checks as well. So 4 red.
4 red and a black.
I can take away the black.
All right. Yep. Ooh. Okay. So, multiple successes, and then okay. So here's what happens. I'm going to resolve Saber's first.
Okay.
So you recall that, and actually more people can keep rolling though, because advantages and things might.
We can all bounce stuff off each other.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Because we got I'll just try the harder one just to see. Yeah, there we go. That's something.
Yeah, sorry, I'm having trouble pulling my sheet up, so I'll roll in just a second.
Okay, no worries. Actually, and I'll flip yours just to give you guys some light.
If we have anything at all.
Yeah. All right, so Saber, you recall Rogesh walking down the hall away from the brig where both Atai and Macron Duvel were imprisoned. And the setback is because you're actually remembering this from before. And he claimed that he spoke to Macron Duvel, but when you asked him about Atai, he simply shrugged and grunted in disgust. At the time, the reaction didn't bear much thought, but now thinking back, you suspect he was trying to avoid lying outright to you.
Oh, okay.
You may want to see if he didn't poison a tie.
I think we did get that from camera feeds already.
True.
But, yeah.
And this was a while back, actually, when you
Okay.
recall this. And then, let's see. And I'm going to switch over to the Packbat. Which one are you going to try?
Only one can use vigilance, right? The harder one?
No, both of them can.
Oh, both of them can?
Yeah. But I'll tell you right now, I mean, you guys already got a triumph on the easy one. So
Okay,
it probably makes
yeah.
more sense to do the hard one.
And you upgraded it, though, so it
I
adds
did.
a purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this probably won't go well, but...
Oh, whoa, whoa!
It didn't go as well as it could have.
But Packbat doesn't care at all about Rogesh, but something else.
Okay, actually, so Packbat does notice something. Packbat, what you notice is that when Rogesh was skimming through the Ultramountain database, you walked up to him to talk, and you recall that he was actually looking up cold weather gear before he left. While chatting with him, he shifted his body to block the screen, but at the time it just seemed like a natural consequence of turning to speak with you. However, you know that Srelur, the planet Rogesh and N1M3 claimed they were heading to, wouldn't need any of the gear that Rogesh had been looking at.
So we're thinking Corify, Hoth, Ilum.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, now let's go over to the transmission. So, you got a triumph. So, So,
Could we have traced it, maybe?
what you noticed from the broker's last transmission is that another signal was piggybacked on the main signal, and it went to N1M3. You didn't really think about it at the time, because things like that have happened. The broker does communicate privately with N1M3, no big deal. But in light of recent events, there's just something, you're like, wait a minute. So you actually, well, what would you guys like to do with that information?
Can we talk to M1M3?
Well, N1M3 is missing too. He went with
Oh, right,
Rogesh.
he was with him,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
How about tracking the source of the piggybacked signal?
Yeah, I think we can get Hack on that as soon as he's done hammering away at some armor, I guess.
Okay.
We'll have to go yell at him to get his attention.
What? What? No. Clank. Okay.
Yeah, if I mean, he's
All
going to
right.
be.
So you guys want to trace the signal? Well, so the signal, it was a message. So
Would we be able to just find out what that message was?
yes, you can try. So it was originally a formidable upgraded 3 times computers check, but since you got a triumph, I'll say that. Well, yeah, I mean, in this case, actually upgrading your check to figure that out would be a good thing, unless you want to have the triumph for something else.
For me, I'm not sure. I mean, what do you think, guys? I'm okay with the upgrade, but if you think of something else to do with it,
Yeah. Does that work for you, Leslie? Is that something you would want from it?
Is there another droid we could use?
Not at the time.
I mean, Hack doesn't. He doesn't really care. He's working on his armor, working on cybernetics. So if you bring him something, he will try.
all right, we'll just use it for the upgrade then, since we can't flip really. I mean, we can,
Okay.
but
So yes, it will be a formidable computers check upgraded 3 times, and I will actually upgrade that again. So
it's all reds.
So it's 4 reds and a purple now,
4 reds and a purple.
but you do get an extra upgrade on your check.
4 reds. So I'll be able to use.
Wait,
You
4
can
reds
use
and a purple?
Codebreaker because it is an encrypted message.
Okay. So I'm going to decrease the difficulty by 3.
Okay. So it's decreased by 3, so it's an average check upgraded 4 times. So that is, I believe, 3 reds.
Yeah, 3 red.
So it was 4 difficult. It was 5.
No, it was 5. It was 4 reds and a purple, but you decreased it.
I decreased it by 3, so it would be just.
It was an
2
average, but then it's upgraded 4 times, so it's 3 reds. Because you decrease and then you upgrade.
All right, I'm confused. Just tell me what it is. It's 3 red.
3 red.
Okay.
And you get a free upgrade from the Triumph.
Okay. All right. So Hack is, looking at this and making sure he's not trying to do 2 things at the same time, because he really cares about his armor making now. So this boosting.
Come on, Hack, focus. I think Rogesh is a more immediate problem.
Okay.
I don't know
So
what he found, but he found something.
you hear the broker, and this is to M3. Steer him clear if possible. If not, proceed with protocol CF3. And that's what you guys hear. So,
So you said that the broker saying that, you said? Or was
the
that...
broker says this to M3.
Okay.
Steer him clear if possible. If not, proceed with protocol CF3.
Can I find out what CF3 is about?
Yes, in the course of the adventure. All right, so
Can we just call the broker and ask him?
well, remember, all calls to the broker have left unanswered the same time that Rogesh disappeared. So 2 days ago, everything's gone dark. You haven't heard from M3, Rogesh, or the broker. Now, going back to what Saber and Packbat found out, so what do you guys want to do with that information?
Can we see if we can figure out what planet that was on the screen? I mean, based on the fact that we know it's a cold planet, and...
Oh, he wasn't looking at a planet. He was just looking at cold weather gear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I mentioned the planet, I meant that Srilur, the planet that he was going to, wouldn't need anything like that.
Right. Well, because the way you described it, like he blocked the view of the planet, but...
No, he blocked the view of the cold weather gear.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I suppose Saber remembered him talking to a tie, so Saber would talk to a tie.
Okay. So, you see a tie, and he said, "What do you say as you head to the brig where Ty is?"
Saber would wait for a tie to speak first.
"Hello, young prince.
Mr. Malek.
How can I be of service to you today?"
You've spoken privately with Rogesh.
I don't recall any recent conversation with him.
Discipline check on that.
Oh, he's not even trying to. I mean, he's
Yeah, okay.
he's being very clear in his line. I mean, he's got a smirk on his face, so so he says, I suspected we would be having this conversation sooner rather than later. If you would like to know more, that will require my freedom."
He doesn't mess around, does he?
We've had this conversation before. You gave up your freedom whenever you enslaved others. The only thing you can bargain for now is your comfort.
I see how much Rogesh means to you, after all. So it will be. So since you've denied his freedom, we're going to have to do some checks here. So, as a party, you have 2 chances. So I'm not going to tell you the difficulty until you decide which one you're going to go with first. So you can do a coercion or deception check. Only one of that pair may be attempted. Or you can do a charm or negotiation check, and only one of that pair may be attempted. Also remember, I mean, obviously, certain people have more knowledge about certain people's stats, but keep player knowledge and character knowledge separate. So what do you think that Saber would go for first?
So we as a party can work together on this.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
are we here? Because unless Saber didn't want anyone else to come, Gristle would have gone. with
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I
was,
also follow on, yeah.
yeah.
How about the
he
use of
doesn't-
violence?
Let's
That's
wait
not-
on that. Gristle
Yeah.
would put a hand on Saber's shoulder and say, "Let's try a more softer approach first."
Yeah, I mean that's the approach Saber was going anyway. So, yeah, Saber will unskilled assist you. He has 4 presents now, but I think we both match there. But
All right, so you're going for charm or negotiation?
Charm.
Okay. So it is going to be a formidable check, upgraded 3 times, so 3 red, 2 purple, but 1 blue. Just natively.
Oh, okay. I'm with Saber. All right.
Yeah, plus the other one for the unskilled assist.
I will actually upgrade that check though. So it is now 4 reds, a purple, and a blue. And then another blue from Saber. And
I'm taking off 2 reds. I'm taking 2 strain.
and actually I will you can RP it out just a little bit more if you think you can think of something that might spur a tie on. But right now he's adamantly insisting that
So,
more
RP it
information-
before you roll it, basically.
Yeah.
You might get more stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was planning on doing that anyway.
Oh, I meant for Saber assisting as well, so both of you
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just start and then he can go off me since he's assisting. But, Mr. Tai, we both know that your freedom really isn't something that's on the table anymore. But, you know that we are obviously very well connected and we can secure you many luxuries that you might have found rare even in your days of in the ruling class. Specifically, maybe a shipment of very rare, far flung alcoholic beverages have just arrived, and maybe we could be persuaded to share some with you. And among other things, if you help us locate our friend.
so Saber will say there's rumor that a Zygerian colony actually still had orchards of Zygerian dragon fruit.
Flip not destiny, flip roll a force die rather.
Okay, Gristle or Saber?
You, since you brought up the dragon fruit.
Ooh.
He really likes it.
He's a big fan of dragon fruit.
Okay, I'll say that you'll get an upgrade since it's two light sides, so upgrade for the
Oh.
check.
Okay. I'll flip. Why not? Let's go for it. That's good enough
Oh
for me.
man.
What? Oh my goodness. Okay, so you can see Atai's eyes just widen at the mention of dragon fruit, and Gristle kind of just goes right in with his speech. So Atai nods, and with a little bit of a smirk, he recounts the first conversation he had with Rogesh while in the brig. So, little do-do-do-do several weeks ago. I'd be more careful if I were you. Atai gasped in surprise, neither hearing nor seeing the human's approach. He set his datapad aside, the transnovel forgotten, as he met an emotionless gaze. Atai stared into the spy's eyes as he replied, "So many visitors today. I'm happy to be such a popular fellow. I was beginning to wonder if you had lied to me about the prince being alive. Speaking of being alive, the moment you bring any harm to Saber by action or inaction, that ceases to be the case." Rogesh's voice had barely any inflection, and his eyes were devoid of any emotion, even malice. "That said, I have a proposition for you." The spy's face broke out into a jovial grin. The shift was instantaneous. There was a warmth to his voice as if they were old friends. "I will ensure that your time in captivity is spent in the lap of luxury. The finest food, wine, and spice will be yours." Rogesh's smile turned predatory. "All you have to do is help me plan the assassination of King Alberon of Zygeria." Atai's eyes widened at that. "You'll have no greater ally than me. I served under that blustery fool for over a decade. His actions after his reappearance only confirm he hasn't changed. I hadn't realized the prince would favor such a direct approach. Saber doesn't know, and we're going to keep it that way." And at that, Rogesh turned and began to walk away. "I'll be in touch." Back to the present. With that, Atai crosses his arms and smirks at Saber. "Over the past few weeks, he and I have schemed together for your father's demise. I provided names of allies and other resources among the colonies of Zygeria that would serve him best. I truly hoped our former Imperial would be successful, but Alberon survived your mother's attempt on his life. I told Rogesh up front that the deck was stacked against him. Alas, he paid me no heed."
So you can see that Saber is visibly angry about this news, not necessarily directed toward the Thai in particular.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
Did you recommend any planets with a cold climate?
I did not, but we do know that Zygeria's climate is a little different these days. And the fact that he says that without a lot of emotion, he's such a dick. I mean, so many people have perished. I mean, he was there.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's he's a schmuck. He's terrible.
He is a very, very bad man, as you can. So he is a canon character as well. So
yeah,
he's up that link up there. So it sounds like we need to go to Zygeria then.
First, could we actually get Hack to see what exactly Rogesh was actually doing in the computer, apart from looking at cold weather gear?
Oh, that's a good idea. Sure. It'll be. I'm going to say that. I mean, he probably tried to cover his tracks, but it'll be a formidable check, upgraded twice. But it sounds like you can decrease. Well, no, you can't use Codebreaker this time. So, 2 reds and 3 purples. I will upgrade that though. 3 reds, 2 purples.
3 reds and 2 purples, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I can remove the 2 purples, so it'll just be 3 reds.
I'm sorry, Leslie, I can hardly hear you.
I'm sorry, I don't have any headphones. I said that I can remove the 2 purple, so it'll just be 3 reds.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess D comes in there and Hack is like, alright, how can I help you?
I think he was trying to. Oh, ooh,
Interesting result.
I know what to do
We're
with
liking the single successes, shit ton of advantages today.
that. You do see several searches on the computer, and a name comes up several times. However, that despair, this is all you get because of that despair. But this does include advantages too.
Astrid.
Astrid, this name keeps coming up, and
Do we know if it's a person or a place or?
with those advantages, you think that it's a person.
Can we also get Hack to see if he can see about who this Astrid? Do a search for Astrid. Anything Astrid?
Sure. Actually, I would say this would be more of a knowledge check. It'll be knowledge core worlds.
Alright, well, since y'all will not allow Hack to work on his armor anymore, he would kind of leave his studio and look this up. Anyone want to give him any assistance?
Does anyone have core worlds or good intellect? I guess Gristle. I don't know.
I don't have any ranks.
Okay, so I guess D's just giving me any skill assistance.
Yeah, Doris got two ranks in Core Worlds.
I'm sorry, Tommy, what was the check again?
Oh, so it's knowledge core worlds, and it's just, I'll say that it's just a hard check. I'll upgrade it once though, so 1 red, 2 purples.
Yeah, and then D is actually giving you skilled assistance because she has 2 ranks.
Okay. You know that the name Astrid is actually a popular world in the core regions, particularly Core-Fi.
Who said Core 5? Somebody was right. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, Aiden mentioned it earlier.
So, at this point, you guys. Oh, 1 second while I catch my notes here. You are all alerted by an incoming holo call. It is on Borga the Hutt's secure line with the safe house, but it has been clearly tagged. If you have, I'm sure someone has a data pad out. It has been clearly tagged from Alberon Sintel.
Oh.
Oh my. Okay.
Saber, I think this is all you.
Yeah, sounds
And-
like it.
Are some of you still inside of a Time Molech?
What, sorry?
Actually, let's make it interesting. Let's say that yes, while some people were doing knowledge checks, some people were still kind of trying to talk things out with a tie. So when that holo call comes through, just from the look on your face, Saber, a tie, he guesses, and he just says, "A call from your father, no doubt. A word of advice, young prince. Your father is a dangerous, capable foe. But his hubris has always been his weakness. Do not let him know that you're on to him. He likes to play with his prey before the kill, and that gives you time." All right. So, Saber, you are answering the call then, yeah?
Yeah, he wouldn't answer it in the presence of with Ty in the room though.
Yes,
Mm.
okay. That makes sense.
So I
is
guess the main holo chamber.
Okay, is anyone else going to be there, or is this going to be
I think
just...
Aiden will be with Saber probably.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
Aiden Gristle. Well, anyone
Okay.
I would let anyone in the team be there. So
So, Alberon's hologram looms forth, and you see his mask and his crown, and he says, "My son, agents, so very good to see you. I heard about your adventures on Ord Gimmel. Well done. I would like to personally invite you to New Zygeria for a celebration of my 50th birthday and the beginning of a new day for Zygerians everywhere. So he looks like he's in a really good mood. And he's actually smiling at you, Saber.
Aiden will cast a sidelong glance at Saber, like he doesn't know how to interpret this, knowing the history there.
So remember what Atai said, though. You know, this was some pretty good advice.
Okay, so said we had time, but I don't think it makes sense to refuse. Well, Saber wouldn't refuse the invitation. So Saber would just sort of ask, New Zygeria?
Oh, yes. The former name of the colony is no longer important because we must look forward. But yes, a colony very close to what old Zygeria was.
Okay.
Where is this new Zygeria?
He sends coordinates. And so it's pretty close to where the original Zygeria, or well, where it is. And so it's not too far from there. And all of you were invited. He looks really happy.
Okay. Anything I can, I guess I can't really, from the
Where's
sound of his
Rogesh?
voice, just
It'd be
from
a little
the sound of
out
his voice, can I do a discipline check, just to get a sense of what he may be hiding, if he's hiding anything?
Oh gosh, that's gonna you'll need to kind of pinpoint something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have to ask him specific questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So the resurrection of Zygeria is proceeding very well, Father.
Oh yes, quite well.
And the
Thanks in no
colonies.
small part to a certain partnership.
I guess we're assuming with Borga.
Is that what you actually say to him?
I mean, he's calling us on Borga's private line, isn't he?
Right.
Yeah.
So he kind of laughs and says, "Oh, I didn't realize that you had a sense of humor, Saber. But enough of that. You have the invitation. You have the coordinates. I expect to see you here within the week. Good day."
Okay.
And you know, actually, on that part, sure, you can do a discipline check against that last part where he said, "Oh, you're such a joker." So, what is he rolling against?
It'd be 5 red and a purple.
5 red and a purple. Okay, I'm gonna
Nice. It's a completely maxed out discipline.
Yeah. Well, no, it's actually 4 ranks and then a rank in nobody's fool.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so as far as you can tell, he's being genuine with you.
Okay. Wow. You know. So after he ends the call, I guess Saber will just say, "There's nothing to indicate that he means any harm, at least to me. I wouldn't expect him to want to do that, but if he's captured Rogesh somehow, I wasn't able to detect that."
He's signed off, correct? Like he's not actually
He did,
still on
yeah.
the call.
Oh, he's still there. I'm right here.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess-
Well, before we go blasting off, I mean, you guys can do some prep and whatnot. So,
Can we investigate what this new Zygeria used to be?
yeah, it was just he actually included some information, or no, it actually looks like Zymeria included some information on it for you, where basically it was just a offshoot colony that had some friction with him, but because the king was too busy with other matters, he wasn't able to do anything about it. But once things were basically put into place with the help of the broker's agents, he and Zymeria put down any rebellion and took over this colony. And
Okay. So
they
once
even
he got,
erased the name of
CSA.
it. And
Okay.
yeah.
So
Yeah, once he got the CSA gunships, basically. in his
Yes.
fleet.
Before we head anywhere, should we contact Borga and find out how the king of Siberia contacted us over his private line?
Well, you know,
Just
this,
since he
that's
seems to be
actually
insinuating that we're not, that he
Um,
was not in league with him.
well, no, that's not such a rare thing because Borga has often acted as the middleman to
The intermediary.
yeah.
Okay.
So, but you can still contact Borga, absolutely.
What do you think, guys?
And it can't hurt. So
Okay. So-
Saber won't talk to Borga directly. If anything, he's going to put on his shadow cloak.
Borga's just gonna say,
It's gonna hide
Saber,
the
I
corner.
can see you.
Shadow cloak. He doesn't know it's me.
You're the only one who uses a shadow cloak when I call.
Plus, the big ears give it away.
So, yeah, Borga's on the line and says, "Yes, agents, how can I help?"
So we just received a curious call on your line from the king of Nigeria.
Oh, yes. You're heading to his birthday celebration, I hope. I received an invitation as well and thought that, who better to receive one than his own son? Of course, I wasn't going to give him your line, but I patched him through our secure line instead.
Alright. Does anyone else have any questions for him while we have him here? Or her?
Well, we heard he's partnered up with someone to begin his new, I guess, reconstruction of his society. It wasn't with you, right? It didn't seem like he took that suggestion very seriously. Do you have any idea who he's partnered with?
No, actually. I haven't had too much interest in that area of space. I've been busy with Ord Gimmel. Thanks to you all. Ho, 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 ho.
Glad to see business seems to be doing well.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, is there any rumbling in the underworld that we would be able to, any leads we can follow from that?
And he thinks for a moment, but he says, "Not that I can tell."
Interesting. I hope my father hasn't done something foolish. Okay. Yeah, and so if we tried an underworld check, there wouldn't be much we could do either.
Oh no, you can try an underworld check. Yeah.
Um,
But do you want to do that after the call?
Yeah.
Okay. So Borga just says, "I will see you at the festivities."
Thank you for your time.
So
Oh,
Borga's
it's
actually
a pleasure.
going to be there. That's
Yeah.
what he's telling us?
That'll be good to know.
Okay.
All right, so underworld check. It is going to be a daunting underworld check, and it is upgraded 3 times with 2 setbacks.
All right, I have 2 ranks and I can remove 2 setbacks.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
does Hack has 5 intellect, doesn't he?
He has 6.
Oh,
you
my.
have 6. Wow. Okay, I'll take that if you want to help then.
Yeah, I mean, he's put away his armor, so yeah.
Yeah.
And at this point, we're pretty much getting onto the we're ready to get onto the ship. So,
I mean, after all these computer checks and knowledge checks, he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do any more work here. So,
Okay.
You wanna roll?
Yeah, I'll roll. Did you say
Okay.
it was daunting?
Yeah.
Just daunting?
Wait, I lost my place. I said it was daunting with 3 upgrades, right?
Yeah.
3
oh,
upgrades
yeah.
and 2 setbacks. Yeah.
Okay, so remove setbacks. We'll flip 2. And
while he's doing that roll, where in space relatively is Corfi to this New Nigeria?
Corfi is in the core, so when you go to New Nigeria, you're actually cutting across from HUD space. You're not going out through any of the main hyperlanes, actually, but once you're by New Nigeria, you can take the Polemian trade route coreward towards Corfi.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Corfi is part of that hub close to. It's in a different sector from Coruscant. It's part of the Corellian sector. So you know how Corellia has all those hubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure where this New Nigeria was in relation to it. That's all. Okay.
All right. So 3 successes and a threat. All right. So what you've heard is a Pantoran by the name of Eno Palwapa has been trying to dig up information on an old associate of Prince Shizor of Black Sun.
Well then, I think we know Rogesh has been busy.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't he tell you guys about that?
Yeah.
Like the crawl said, answers are few and questions multiply.
It's very thematically appropriate.
If there's somehow a Black Sun in
But this is good information, guys, so someone should definitely jot this down. So.
Yep.
All right, so you guys have that information. It doesn't make a lot of sense now, but as things progress, maybe some things may become more clear. So in the meantime, though, we need to make that astrogation check. So how fast are you going to try to get there?
Well, I can remove... I think I can reduce the difficulty. Let me double check.
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
I don't know by how much.
I have Master Starhopper. I don't think it's ranked. So it's just 1.
And by the way, that
remove
threat
setbacks.
is actually being counted, but it's not strain.
It's counted in such a way that we don't know what it is.
Right. Well, you know,
Dara's Galaxy Mapper can get rid of 2 setbacks.
Yeah, I have 2 ranks of it as well. So I could... Well, there's no setbacks on any of these anyway. So would I be using Pippa then, I guess? Because or just should I use someone else's intelligence? Because I have 3 ranks in astrogation.
oh, then maybe someone's intelligence then. Or
Yeah,
intellect,
maybe have Hack assist. Hack.
Yeah, sure. He will. He's willing to assist.
Okay, so that gives me 3 ranks and 6 intellect. So then I'll use
Yeah, he just wants to make sure you take the very safe route.
I will upgrade that.
the safe route. Right, we're taking the quick route. That's the whole reason we need
You
this.
want to do, but Hack is just
Be safe on that route.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be his atom scattered across the the space.
Oh, luckily, the failsafe should protect us from that. But
triple despair.
Oh, by the way, so I'm going to say with that underworld check, there were some feelers that were put out there. Not so much like a streetwise, but with that threat, you think that Black Sun may have taken notice. So that's what you get from that threat.
okay. All right, so I've got that. I flipped, I think. Yes.
Yeah, Tommy flipped back.
So I will add another thing.
So which one are you doing?
I'm doing the 2-day one.
Oof, okay.
And I think I got because I could reduce it by 1, which I did. I just need to add the strain whenever I get a token back. And all right, I think I'm good to go. Yes.
All right, well done.
Oh,
So it only takes 2 days for you guys to get there.
Hold on, did I tell you to take the easiest way?
No, you wanted me to be safe. You didn't say to be safe and slow.
While we're en route, can I make the contact on Corfi, the lady from the cold comfort missions and just give her the heads up.
Oh yeah, you could have called her during that 2 days, I suppose.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I meant. During the 2 days.
So, yes, you get a Vondry Norse on the line, and what do you say to her?
You could ask about
Um,
Astrid while we're at it.
Yeah, Rogesh is missing, as is one of our droids. Just be careful, and next time we meet, I have a present for you.
Careful about what? What's going on?
Rogesh is missing, as is one of our droids.
We don't know what else might be going on yet.
Oh,
And we
by
don't
the
know
way,
what
guys,
else.
remember, she doesn't know who Rogesh is.
Well, one of our friends is missing. Don't worry, we'll send.
Okay. And you're not going to tell her who he is, right? Because this is the man who murdered her father.
Yeah, we're not saying that.
No, but just one of our friends is missing, and if he shows up with a name, say my name, just make sure he doesn't leave and put him into high security.
Okay.
And do we know who this Astrid is? Or ask her if she knows who the Astrid is.
Yeah, and ask what Astrid is,
she kind
if
of-
she has any ideas.
She kind of recoils just a little bit when you say that.
It came up in our searches.
She says that's my mother's name.
Oh,
She died 20 years ago. Wait, what? Why is my mother's name coming up?
we don't know yet.
We'll keep you informed.
Yeah, we'll let you know if we find out anything you might need to know.
All right, she looks really troubled by that, but she just nods. All right, so, yes, and that's the other thing too. Astrid was the daughter of Jeppo Sr. Jeppo Sr. had mentioned that there was, that his son still had a niece, and that the niece's last name was Norse. So Avadri, his niece. So yeah, some little details there. But yes, you guys fly to New Zygeria, and there are quite a few ships in orbit. It looks like a lot of important people have come to this event. No Imperials, but lots of quite rich people. It looks that even though Zygeria was devastated, it did have quite a few colonies, and with the money built on their slave empire, it looks like Zygeria, or the Zygerians as a people, aren't actually down for the count. And I'm just curious, how does Saber feel about that? Because you see obvious signs that your people, they aren't as devastated as, I mean, surely the homeworld being destroyed like that was terrible, but this is kind of a sign of, other things. However, it's, resurgence of a slave empire. So I'm just curious what Saber's thinking right now.
I mean, so it's there. I mean, it's definitely going to bother Saber in the sense that, he tried to create a new path for his people, but his father has obviously been able to do that. Been able to actually take the remnants of Zygeria and pull them together far better than he could ever as a leader. And so it's almost as if he's going to resign himself to the fact that his father, well, for one, his father is the rightful king of Zygeria, and
Right.
for two, perhaps he as a ruler is more capable.
Okay. Do you share that with any of the crew, or is this pretty much just internal thoughts?
Yeah, he's pretty much just brooding. So
Okay. Oh, it's Darth Surly again. Shadow cloak in the corner. All right. So, we will move to the Imperial Palace. The King's Palace, Royal Palace. One thing you know about this world is that it is very similar to old Zygeria, so a very arid climate. However, the palace is quite extravagant, and one of the most luxurious things on this planet is water.
oh my.
Sorry, what is the Sunflare's sensor range?
Oh, I don't know. It should be in the dossier, though, I think.
I'm actually looking, I can't see it.
It's generally a standard range,
Well,
right? Like
tell me
medium
what
or
you're
something?
trying to find, and we'll see.
All I was, well, it wasn't Leslie, it was me. I was just trying to see if we could to get a scan of the planet.
I mean, sure. You don't even need to roll for that. It's not as industrialized as most worlds of this size would be, but you also remember with the Zygerians, they tended to keep things very centralized and concentrated in urban areas. But they have a real flair for masonry and stonework that is also integrated with metal. So, yeah. So things like
Okay,
this.
Okay, we'll keep that into the computer database and just leave it for a bit.
Okay. So you guys are contacted by the spaceport that is nearby with shuttle service to the Royal Palace. And you guys are given the green light, like way ahead of other ships that are kind of just circling around, waiting for spots, because you are the prince. And you are immediately met by several armed guards that all bow to you, Saber.
Prince Grumpy.
I mean, they're still bowing. They're not even lifting their heads. What do you say to them?
At ease.
All right, with that, they all stand up and lead you into the royal palace and take you right to the throne room.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to say. Daryl will be carrying at least one case of Cillian whiskey. I
Okay.
should have said this earlier.
Oh, are you bringing it as a gift to Alberon, or?
Yeah, being his good books.
Okay. So, my son, so good to see you on the eve of my 50th birthday and the rebirth of our civilization.
I'm quite happy to see that Zygeria is rising again, Father.
So Albra is looking at you, not so happy. Zymeria just kind of has a curious look on her face, and Zyrene is probably the only one who actually looks happy to see you. She actually has a genuine smile on her face. And all the guards and elite guards and whatnot are all just, doing their guardly thing. So, tell me how projects go with the broker.
That is, of course, another matter of business. I realize that we're not on the same page when it comes to what we want to see from Zygeria, but I do recognize that you're capable of bringing our people back. And I want you to know that there's no resistance from me in this front.
Well,
I certainly want...
I've learned a thing or two about compromise, and crushing all my enemies underfoot has certainly led me to a slightly more open perspective. Thus, your invitation here. And at that moment, you see Enwin M3 and Savo walk into the room.
Huh.
So Enwin M3 is just like beep boop 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 boop.
Aiden will move a hand to his side, be ready to draw if need be, but just in case there's some foul play here. But I don't know if they're captives or just guests.
Right. So, I mean, they don't look like captives, and they're kind of off to the side. But Savo says to Saber, There's some things that we need to discuss, Saber. Once your majesty is done, of course, Savo says with a bow. Alberon smiles at the show of respect, then turns back to Saber. Rogesh was extremely helpful in removing my most recalcitrant subjects. I decided he would be the perfect choice to help with another loose end. As fate would have it, my assignment happened to align with one of his own personal goals. Long ago, I knew a human woman by the name of Astrid Nors. I've heard that you're acquainted with her daughter, Avadra, yes? Do you guys nod to that, or what do you guys do?
Sorry, who?
Considering he has Savo and N1M3 here, I don't think we're going to be able to just decept our way out of that. Deceive.
So, Alberon continues and says, I don't think her husband or daughter knew exactly how entrenched in the criminal underworld she was. She had the makings of Black Sun Vigo, until it was all cut short by a tragic avalanche accident. She was pronounced dead at the scene, and there was no investigation into foul play. However, Astrid made many enemies, including your mother. Though Astrid and I were merely business associates, Mirage was unconvinced. The former queen's jealousy was boundless. She even suspected Atai Moloch and I were lovers at one point. Oh, Mirage Sintel. Your mother made it very clear how much she hated Astrid, though they met only once. I suspect she had a hand in my associate's death. Despite my suspicions regarding Astrid's death, I was unable to find out more, as your mother and Atai soon made their attempt on my life. When I approached Agent Vai on investigating Astrid's death, he agreed immediately. Not very surprising given his guilt over orchestrating the death of Astrid's husband, Edric Nors.
It seems that you are quite keyed into this situation. What would you have of us then?
I would have us celebrate. And at that point, so he turns and looks to Savo and N1M3, and N1M3 rolls forward and asks to speak with you privately. With the agents privately. So he kind of wants to take you into another room.
Is that something we have the liberty to do right now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He says, I mean,
Okay.
you guys are free to move about.
Now that we're on planet, would it be possible to seek to know if like Rogesh is in this room?
Sure.
Or okay. Yeah, okay. Oh my.
That's
Okay.
quite a
Do you do it?
I do.
I feel a presence.
All right. You don't think Rogesh is on planet?
Okay.
Dara makes a very loud cough and approaches and says, "Happy birthday," and presents her case of Cillian whiskey.
Oh, early birthday presents are always wonderful. And so King Alberon, I mean, he is quite happy. But N1M3 is like very insistent that he wants to talk to you in person. So King Alberon just waves to an alcove and just says, yeah, be my guest. Go for it.
Is this the same message that Savo wants to talk to us about, or is this something different?
Yeah, she's walking for it. It's just that N1M3 is one who's being very insistent.
Right.
So as you walk into that alcove, N1M3 projects a hologram. And you can tell that, well, you're not sure if it's a recording or live. No, you can tell it's a recording because it's not actually,
Responding
to you. But it says, my apologies for keeping so many things from you. However, I insisted that Rogesh help me on this very important mission. We concocted a scheme to fool Atai Moloch into thinking that we would help with King Alberon's assassination. However, I have plans for King Alberon, and having him as an ally is much more valuable. Rogesh has been going through all of the contacts that Atai had given to him who would help with King Alberon's assassination, and has removed them from the game. So, in other words, Atai was actually the one who got fooled here, and Rogesh wasn't actually trying to assassinate King Alberon. He has been helping King Alberon get rid of his competitors. That's why King Alberon's happy. He thought that you guys knew about this. You have helped him reclaim much of his lost glory.
Yeah, the power and prestige.
Well, are we able to ask Savo and I mean, this is recording, but are we able to ask Savo and M1 M3 like why the secrecy?
Yes, actually. The broker's hologram keeps talking right into that.
Okay.
It says, Rogesh argued quite vociferously that I kept this a secret. However, given Saber's difficulties with his family, I couldn't tell him. Also, I didn't tell the rest of you, not because I don't trust you, but I didn't want to put any of you or anyone more, or I didn't want to put more people than necessary. I had this all written down. Let me find this. I wanted to limit the number of people forced to lie to Saber.
Oh, okay. I suppose that makes sense.
Fair enough.
And at that point, but the broker does say there are very dangerous things afoot right now. Black Sun is moving, and we need all the allies that we can get. This is not just for me, but for the rebellion as well. And having King Alberon on our side would be very helpful, even with some of the less savory aspects of his finances. However, I do think that with what we have procured for him, he may be a lot more amenable to certain reforms that Saber may wish to speak with him about.
I appreciate your efforts, broker.
And that's when you realize it's a recording.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it blinks off, and you've got M1M3 and Savo. So they were on site with Rogesh helping out.
So, can we ask them where Rogesh may be right as we speak? If they know?
Savo just says, we thought that he was going to stay for the festivities, but he left without telling us anything.
That sounds like Rogesh.
Was there any hint of him going to a cold weather planet?
You know, now that you mention it, I did see him pack a parka.
Why did we not bring cold weather gear? We knew he was going there.
So, is our mission done here then? Do we?
Yeah, the question is, do we stay here?
But you have a birthday party!
Well,
Yeah.
that's all well and good, but we're
So,
not really
what
sure.
do you say to the
Rogesh
king?
is still on mission or not.
You just got here and you're going to head out. No, and that's totally valid. I just want to know what you guys say.
Dara's going to speak to the group and say, do you think he's heading back to Corfi?
It seems
That's the only conclusion we
plausible.
can draw so far. I mean, I'm not sure why he would go anywhere else. I mean, that's the only thing we can really count on.
I don't necessarily want to piss off the king.
Yeah. So the
Well, he's just got a case of alcohol, so he should be okay.
And remember, though, it was going to be for a week. You guys got there in 2 days.
And also, he thinks that we're helping him, so
Uh-huh.
he thinks that we're helping with this.
Leslie, you're really breaking up.
I'm sorry. we're also, he believes that we're helping Rogesh, so maybe if we drop Rogesh's name saying that we're helping him, he won't be alarmed or upset. Is that better?
Not
Yeah,
really.
it's really bad, Leslie.
Like it sounds like you're
But
talking through a fan.
yeah, we could hear you though. So remember, you guys do have more time than you would have if it took longer. So you guys got there in 2 days. So
So should we maybe stay the night and leave in the morning, just to appease the king?
When is the birthday celebration going to be happening?
In a week.
5 days.
5 days.
Okay.
Do we know? Would we know offhand how long it would take to get to Core 5 from now? From here?
You would be going down the Prelimian trade route, so it wouldn't take too long at all.
Well,
Maybe we can
we
tell
could
the
probably
king.
make it. Worst case scenario, we were a little late to the birthday party. I don't
Yeah.
think we'll care that much.
Yeah, we'll tell him we dropped off his gift early on the off chance we are late to the party.
Yeah. One thing to remember is that Corfi is an imperial world.
Yeah, we'll have to be careful.
And last time we were told that they were watching out for us.
That is true.
So we think. I mean, so
Actually, you guys can do a knowledge warfare check with contribution bonuses. One for the party. It'll be a hard check. I will upgrade that though.
I think Aiden only has 1 rank in contribution, and no ranks in warfare. But
How
My
does,
contribution
there
rank
was-
is 3, but I have
how
no
does the
ranks.
contribution help?
it gives boosts, I believe.
Yeah, it's 1 boost per contribution rank. It's not on all warfare checks, but on specific checks like this, yeah.
On the ones the GM decides are worthy.
Well, I've got 3 contribution rank and 1 in warfare with 3 intelligence, if that helps.
Well, looks like you probably should do skilled assistance with Hack then.
I think Hack has 3 as well. Yeah.
So yeah, let's
Um,
do 1 rank. So its Hack has 6 intellect, so 1 yellow, 5 green, and you've got 3 blue. And that'll be versus 1 red, 2 purples.
1 red and 2 purples. Okay, wish me luck. Actually, I think I'll flip for this, if I may.
Sure.
Yeah, we have the destiny.
Right. Here we go.
Okay, so
Good roll.
you actually know there's been a lot of communication going back and forth with the rebellion, and also from Whisper Base. Major Kithskra has uncovered certain things. The Empire has been pulling out of the Corellian sector for battles elsewhere. So it looks like the sector is a little less guarded than it usually is.
Corfinian sector.
Corfinian. Well,
Go to the
Corfi is
sec-
in the Corellian sector.
Oh, okay.
It's the Corfinian system in the
Yeah,
Corellians.
Corfinian system in the Corellian sector. Yes.
Okay. So shall we tell the king that we will return in a few days, likely, at most?
How about, I'm sorry, Your Highness, I have another delivery to make, and they've just upped their payment to actually make it sooner than later. If you do not mind, we'll come back as soon as we can. But obviously, enjoy your free gift, your Christmas, your birthday present.
You guys did just get here, so it is going to be a social check of some kind. So how would you like to... So it sounds like this is more of a charm check.
That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
And so
Okay.
is Dara going to do it, or is Gristle going to step in and help too?
Dara's got 2 ranks in charm.
You know, I'll do it if you want, but if you want to do it, go ahead.
So what's the goal with this one?
Just to smooth things over, because you guys just got here, and, you know, I mean, it's King Alberon. He's got quite a bit of pride. It'll seem like a little bit of a slight that you just got here and then you left.
And so we have hints of Rogesh going on Corfi, but why? What do we do once we get to Corfi? Like, how are we going to actually try and find him at that point?
That's good. That's a good question. You'll have to figure it out when you're on Corfi
Or on the route to Corfi.
or on the route to Corfi. Yeah.
In any case, as they're talking, just I guess as an unskilled boost, Saber is going to reach into his robes and pull out a bent round piece of metal. It's the crown of the Zyzerian throne, and give it to his father.
Oh.
I think that might be a little bit more than an unskilled boost. I don't know. It's up to the GM though.
Yeah, I mean that. Gosh, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I think that's pretty much like, okay, you can do whatever you want. He just stares at you, speechless. I mean, the entire court. There's just a hush, and he says, "I thought this was lost."
It was with me during the destruction of the planet. I survived, and it survived in its current state. I recovered it from a slave facility that Mother had created.
So Albron studies you very closely, and I guess you can't really see that, but yeah, you can tell he's just very still, and so he takes it in hand, and he then reaches forward and grasps your arm very tightly and says, "Thank you."
I hope we have some time later to discuss the future of Zygeria. Perhaps we can come to a compromise, as we were saying earlier.
I would enjoy that conversation. However, and have you guys mentioned how are you going to say that you're going to leave? You don't have to make a check for it anymore. It's just I'm just curious what you say.
I'd say exactly what Dara said. I'm very, very sorry, but a paying customer has requested that their delivery be updated and sent as soon as possible.
Okay. Someone else had mentioned just mentioning Rogesh. Who said that?
Oh yeah, I mean he is talking to Rogesh, or he had been.
Yeah. So he'll just say, "Oh, of course. Any help that you can give Agent Vi to find out what happened to my associate would be much appreciated."
And Aiden will mention too that it's like, we should still be back in time for the celebration when it happens.
Good. And he nods and says, "It would have been a shame for you to arrive here and then to leave and not make it back in time. So I do hope that whatever Rogesh has gotten tangled in, you're able to get back within the week. I will see you then." And at that, the guards all bow to you, and Zymeria just, kind of gives you a nod. Albra just rolls her eyes, but Zyrene goes up to Saber and just says, "Good luck."
Thank you. I realize we haven't had any time to talk. Perhaps when I return, I can speak to all of you as siblings.
I would like that. No response from the other two.
I would think Alvaro would be more interested in Rogesh coming back after the previous.
Well, that's the thing. Maybe she's a little bit jealous of Saber. Maybe she's heard some things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys are ready for Corfi. So you head back to the spaceport. And one moment here. So as you get to the spaceport, all of a sudden you see several Zygerians blocking your way. One of them shouts, You are no prince of ours! We all know about your human pet, the one who has sown so much discord among our people. So very fond of humans, just like your mother. You are a disgrace. But this Rogesh has made many enemies. Powerful ones. I need everyone to give me a daunting perception or vigilance check.
Is it visual in nature?
Yeah, it is, but I mean, you could still use it.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Saber the only one that saw it? Oh, no, okay. Hack to.
All right. So everyone who is successful, you get 2 boosts on your next check. You do take strain though, because you see a thermal detonator,
Oh shit.
and I need
feel it
everyone
floating in the air. Okay.
to give me a daunting athletics or coordination check to get some cover. This doesn't mean that you're going to avoid all damage, but it means that you will reduce damage by half because this is happening like instantaneously. You see it and then it goes.
Okay. There's no possibility of grabbing it then?
Tell you what. You may be able to grab it, but it's still going to go off in flight. So you can try to do that, but that would so yeah, that could. Oh, tell you what. If you succeed, then it's half for everybody. But if they succeed as well as your success, then it is no damage because you moved it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so everyone has
Do you
to
see what I?
succeed.
Do you see what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, so I can mitigate it even if they fail.
Yeah, but because you're taking your action, you will be the one who will take damage though, because you're not moving. You're trying to move it away from everybody.
Okay. Yeah, Saber would do that.
Okay, so it'll be the same difficulty. Daunting.
Oh, don't for a silhouette 1 object or a silhouette
Yeah.
0 object? Okay.
Oh, silhouette 0, yeah. And I will upgrade that.
So I mean you're just assigning a difficulty to that check then?
Oh, it's the
As
same
opposed-
difficulty that everyone else is making.
Oh, okay. So
I mean, in
instead
other
of
words, this is the difficulty of you grabbing it fast enough because it's exploding as you're grabbing it and throwing it.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was this coordination, Tommy?
Or athletics.
Whew. Okay, light side away.
Wow. Okay, so that means that Saber has moved it far enough that if you succeed, you take no damage. If you fail, you take, I think it's 10 damage breach 1.
Oof. Okay.
Saber will take that
Come
damage.
on.
Yeah, good job. Good job, Saber, though. That would have been a lot worse.
Oh yeah, Hayden would have been down.
How much damage?
It's 10 breach 1.
It's like the breaching charge on in Ren Runner Mandalore all over again almost.
Ugh. I still need to watch that. I was sad I couldn't play that.
It took out all 3 of us.
Oh, that.
Yikes.
Ugh.
I think we were all at no wounds too, or most of us.
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy, I got 5 advantages on that. Can I use some of that? Can I use it for strain?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And, sorry, I'm just looking for something real quick. Give me one moment, and then I'll be ready.
I don't think my father's going to be happy about this.
That's not exactly our fault they came up with a thermal detonator.
That's true.
Throwing a thermal detonator at the prince. What the hell?
All right, so you hear a lightsaber, and this is what you see.
Oh no!
So,
If I knew who that was, I would probably be more intimidated.
some people know who this is. People who've read through the mission logs, and I mean this in character. There was an agent to the broker, Pokil the Clanless, who was a Nogri Force Sensitive, who was part of the Moenia cell that Rogesh betrayed. He was supposedly dead. The mission report that Rogesh left was that while trying to escape from stormtroopers, they both took several heavy wounds. They were making their way on a narrow ledge on a cliff face when Pokil lost his footing. Rogesh tried his best to save him, but Pokil's hand slipped from his grasp and fell to his death. So, I need everyone to give me initiative checks. And this will be, well, vigilance, since you guys weren't expecting this.
Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, so, wow, sucks. Go ahead and add 3 successes to mine. So is everyone basically around me?
Sure, if you want them to be.
We're all in probably about short range from each other, right?
Yeah, let's see, how is everyone doing? Okay, I'm going to spend 1 pip to activate the basic power for initiative. I'm going to... Oh wait, I'm the GM assistant, so I need to be knowing what's going on. Oh no, this sucks. It's really... This is really annoying. Okay, so...
Do we need a GM's assistant?
Maybe...
Do you get a quarter of an XP or something?
Increase the equal to magnitude. Okay, so I can affect 2 more people, and I can give all 3 of us a free initiative or free movement. So I'm going to, let's see, how has everyone rolled? I'm going to give Aiden 3 additional successes. Wait, how does that work?
Is it 3 each, or is it 1 for 3 of us?
Yeah, that's... Oh gosh, probably let me spin the game. Yeah, yeah, that's actually just 1. Okay, so that... What do you think would be more valuable, having another success or getting a free maneuver?
Well, how did we... I guess some of us are in cover, some aren't, right? Like for me, I think I didn't actually make it into cover, so maybe I want to. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, so I will give an additional success to myself because that's the basic power. A success to Aiden, and a success to Dara, and all 3 of us have a free maneuver as well.
And I'm also going to use rapid reaction. So
Okay.
that's... And with my triumph, I'm going to see if I can do a free maneuver.
Oh yeah,
get-
you already have a free maneuver.
Yeah,
But-
so I was going to give it to somebody else who
Okay,
can, like Gristle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll give it to Gristle then. So Gristle, you have an additional success and a free maneuver. So these free maneuvers you can do before your turn, so we can resolve these immediately.
Yeah, and Dara, the triumph ones, I think you may have missed that ruling. Those are done on our turn now.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I need to.
Okay, and then I can do quick draw as a rapid react, as a incidental.
On your turn, yes.
Okay.
One thing you guys notice about the lightsaber, the coherence is, it's not very coherent like most lightsabers. It looks like it's burning.
Damn it.
Is that similar to what's his face? Is that a new movie?
Without the dorky crossguards.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
5.
Actually, the crossguards weren't that bad, so
Yeah, they actually came in pretty handy for him.
yeah. The but actually no, this one almost looks like a fire sword rather than a lightsaber.
So less sparky, more fiery.
And actually, I mean, you guys can give me a hard lore check. All of you can make it.
I don't like my odds for this, but we'll see.
How many NPCs do we have? 3.
No, 4.
Did I miss?
Oh, I actually got it.
So you know that that lightsaber, the crystal is a Barab crystal. So you've heard legends of it, that it is a lightsaber that can actually catch things on fire.
So it's more intense than your standard lightsaber.
Yeah.
2.3.
Hack loves crystal rocks.
So,
Yeah, give me
Brandon,
his
by the way,
lightsaber.
the first one that I rolled, the 1.5, is actually a 4.5.
Oh, yeah, I need to know that. Okay, so let me redo this. Okay, and then Dara rapid reacted, right? So how many successes do I need to add to Dara's?
I got 2 successes, so that'll be an extra 2.
Okay, so that 2.1 should be 4.1. All this stuff, you guys are busy.
Yep.
Okay. So, luckily Hack got a 5, so that means we are up first. Saber, as his free maneuver, will Adra will launch the lightsaber, and Saber will have his lightsaber out.
Okay.
And so we have the first slot. Apparently PO instead of PC as well.
Oh, also, put another slot at the very bottom of the round.
An NPC?
Yeah.
I guess it's going to use his free maneuver from the from Saber's thing to activate his stealth field.
Okay, so what do we want to do first?
Well, the situation. So we walked out. A bunch of Zygerians started yelling at Saber, and then one of them threw a thermal detonator.
No, it was there on the floor.
Oh, it was just sitting on the floor.
It was off in the corner. That's where you noticed it.
And then Pokil and these guys came out from a different direction.
They came down from the ceiling.
Oh, from the ceiling. Okay.
Ooh, ninjas.
And are they like coming at us?
Yes.
All right.
They're just saying hi.
I thought
I
they
mean,
might be like
Pokil is
going after
shouting,
the-
and
they might be going after the Zygerians.
no. Remember, the Zygerians said Rogesh has made many enemies, powerful ones. And Pokil is pointing his lightsaber at you all and says, "Allies of the traitor, you will die."
Okay, how far is he away from us?
He is short.
Short distance away.
Or medium distance, sorry. He was out of range of the thermal
Of
detonator.
the thermal detonator. Okay.
Oh, you said short. Give him 10 wounds.
So we're in a starport area. What's around us?
I mean, what you can see, just like broken things, plants, and shattered glass from
Some
just the
barricades.
shockwave.
Okay. So nothing, no particularly large silhouetted things.
I mean, not really that are. I mean,
Okay.
not really. No silhouette 3 tables, for instance.
Sounds good. I can attempt to concuss Pokil. What do we think? With just lightsaber combat.
I was going to say, could we magically appear a Waylon in front of him or on top of him?
I will cast Manifest Whalodon, and so unless anyone else has, anyone else has anything better, I guess I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, go for the concussion or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So the assassins around him, what did they look like?
Oh, they're all Nogri too. They've
Okay.
got both of them are wielding 2 vibroblades.
Okay. That could be dangerous to just get engaged with them. I know what I'm going to do then. I'm going to use Draw Closer.
Okay.
So let's see here. Neiman Disciple. And draw closer. Perform draw closer action. Make a lightsaber willpower check against one silhouette, one target within medium range, adding force pips no greater than force rating. Spend force pips to move them one range brand closer or to add successes. So yeah, so you have a force die committed. So defenses.
Okay, so actually, he is doing so. As soon as you lift your hand and start calling upon the force, he lifts his hand at the same time. And here goes. This is an out of turn incidental for him. Oh, ignore the yellows. Okay, so 1 second here. 1, 2, 5. Okay, your draw closer has 5 failures added to it.
Oh, okay. Um. Okay. I'm gonna look at the long text because I'm not sure. Okay. Draw closer is a bit strange, so let me look at this. Sorry to take a
No
beat down.
worries.
So, okay, draw closer. Because that actually may not be such a bad problem to have. Draw closer. Because I can use the force to add successes to the check anyways. Draw closer.
Oh, you know what? Nope, sorry. I can't use that as an out of turn incidental, so forget those.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. That didn't happen. You guys didn't see that.
Nothing special happening. He just like waved at us, right? Okay. So I guess just defenses.
Oh, wait. Yes, I can do that. My bad. I have to do this. So yes, I can use it as an out of turn incidental. So yes.
Even while using. Okay, so there's no specification on having to use dark or light with it.
Spend 1 destiny point to use suppress as an out of turn incidental. Once per session.
Once per session. Okay. Well, I don't know. Okay. So the. Okay. So I have 5 failures added to this.
You have 6 failures added to it.
Why 6?
Because because I couldn't flip all of those, so it's only 3 failures.
Well, what do you mean flip all of them?
Oh, I couldn't because I only had 1 destiny point to use.
Well, remember when you flip a destiny point, it flips all of them. You can use all of them.
Oh, I'm saying I didn't even have 1 to use.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's just 3.
Yeah,
So 3
good job
failures.
on managing the destiny points, everyone. Okay, so 3 failures added to draw closer. I still need to. This is still a lightsaber check, so I need to know his defenses.
Oh, yeah. He is adversary 3, defense 3.
Defense 3, really?
Yep.
Okay. Do I have anything? No, I don't have that yet. Dang it! I wish I had that. Okay, so we're gonna see how this goes. I have a lot of light side. Okay. So here's the deal. I don't have any advantage to do concuss. Sure. Okay. So that's that.
So I'm guessing he blocks that then, right?
Yeah, he blocked the draw closer.
Okay.
However, Saber is going to. This is interesting. I could do Natural Mystic right now.
Oh, for a reroll?
Well, this isn't a forced power check, though, right? This is just draw closer, which is a talent.
Oh, correct.
Oh, well, if it was, then he wouldn't be able to use suppress, right?
What's that?
If he was, it wouldn't be able to use suppress. But I don't know.
Oh, here, until the any hostile force user who makes a skill check as part of a force power check against the user, blah blah blah. So pretty much anything that utilizes the force can be suppressed.
Okay. I could use force of my the force as my ally to do a force power as a maneuver.
Okay.
How desperate of a situation do we think we're in?
Do realize though that the suppress, it isn't just against a single attack. It is something that lasts until, let me read this, until the end of his next turn.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, this is taking so long. I think I'm going to, seeing that the force was suppressed by Saber, is going to be a little taken aback, and he's just going to take a guarded stance as his maneuver.
Tell me where the traitor is, and I may let you live.
Okay. So you have two NPCs.
Okay. So, Pokill saw Gristle go invisible, and so he is going to use Forces My Ally to use a maneuver to use Sense. He senses where you are, and he uses another maneuver to go right at you. He does not like invisible people. And what are your defenses?
It'll be a flip, and it'll be 2 dodge and 1 defense.
All right, 2 reds and a black. Okay.
It's melee. It'll be 2 reds, 1 purple, and a black.
2 reds, 1 purple, and a black. Okay. And I'm double checking his 4P1A. Okay. He cannot aim, and here goes. Ooh. Oh man. Gosh. I'm going to say that he misses you, but he hits your. He slices into your. Yeah, he's going to slice into your stealth field generator. It doesn't destroy it, but it does knock it off.
Hmm.
Not so invisible now.
And so I've got another one, right?
Yes, another NPC.
This assassin is going to rush up, takes 1 maneuver to rush up. He is going to try to hit you. Oh, and he takes another maneuver. You see him, you see him kind of flick his wrist, and you see a liquid sheen cover the blades, or one of the blades that he has. So he's coating it with poison.
Is this against me again?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, same thing then.
All right, so 1 purple, 2 red, 1 black, yeah?
Yep.
All right, he cannot aim though. And here goes. Oh! Tell me what happens.
I want to take his poison sword away.
Okay. He's got 2, so you can take one of the vibro knives away from him.
Yeah, just whichever one he injected or put the
yeah.
poison onto. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Casually throw that off into like a trash can nearby or something.
Makes it in.
Kung Fu Bristle.
Next up.
Yeah, we have a PC.
And all this time, Pokel's just screaming, "Tell me where the traitor is!"
Can Dara take that one?
Yeah, you have a lot of quick strike and stuff, right? So right now, the only one who hasn't moved is this guy. So if you target him, all of your quick strike will apply.
Yep, that's exactly who I was targeting.
Okay,
And I'm
so-
going to use my Guns A-Blazing,
Okay. He is adversary 2, defense 2.
which is 2 purple.
So you're at medium right now, so that'll be
Yeah,
2 red, and then whatever the defense was.
2 defense.
So 2 red, 2 black.
Oh, no purple. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, right. As an incidental, suffer 2 strain to avoid increasing the difficulty of a ranged light attack to attack with 2 weapons. So I'll just do the strain first. That's 6. It's okay, I'm just crunching numbers. Right, okay. So here we go.
Nice.
Oh, yes! Okay. I can't critical. Oh, yes, I can. I can activate a critical on him.
All right, yeah, go ahead and roll for it.
Okay, here we go. Okay. 79, which
Is that overpowered?
He's got durable
that
2.
is. I was going to say power fluctuations, but it's not the right one. Oh, dear, 79, which is, yes, overpowered.
Do 59 then. He's got durable 2.
Agonizing Wound increases difficulty of all brawn and agility checks by 1 until the end of the encounter.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
sorry. I've also got. Sorry about the mess, which. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Lethal blows twice.
Wait, so it goes back to overpowered.
Yeah, it goes back to overpowered, yeah. You can shoot again.
So roll that exact same check again.
On the attack.
Yeah, so you get to attack again, basically.
Yeah, just roll the exact same dice pool.
2 of them, 2 of them. 2, 2, 1. Okay, here we go.
Aw, that's too bad. But so I don't think we looked at the
6.
initial damage from the first one though.
No, it's 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 12. If I'm reading this right, you get extra 1 for each success.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that is 12.
Alrighty.
Okay, and so he has 1 crit. And so you just have all those advantages. You can send boosts to people. You can get...
Yeah, I'll send a couple of boosts around to whoever's next, and I'm going to take down my strain.
Yeah, that's a
Aiden
good
can take
choice.
that PC slot unless someone else wants to go.
Yeah, so you can spend 1 to give a boost to the next person, and then 5 to reduce your strain. If that's the way you want to do it.
Spot on.
Okay. Okay, so NPC.
NPC, okay. The guards behind you take aim at Dara. Uh-oh. So, Dara, what are your defenses?
Okay. She
Treachery.
has 1 range defense, and I'm going to activate dodge.
All right. So these
Which
guys,
is run round.
I'm going to say, are short range from you.
Would they have been short because of the explosion?
Well, they were out of. You guys were short from the thermal detonator. They were short from you, so they were medium from the.
Okay.
These
Good
guys, because they were your guards, so they were
Really?
close to you guys. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah, but it looks like someone
Treachery.
paid them off.
well, screw them.
There's only 3 other guards up there, yeah. It didn't occur to me until just now.
All right, so there was 1 dodge and how many defenses again?
She said 1? 1 defense?
1 ranged.
All right,
Yeah.
here goes. All right, they do hit. So, they. Oh, you know, I have to roll a purple. They're actually using neuronic whips. So here's a purple.
Nigerians.
Yep, Nigerians. So yes, Dara, you are hit with 6 stun damage that can be mitigated by soak, but
Yep.
then you get hit by 5 stun that cannot be mitigated by soak. Thus, the neuronic whips are activating.
Right, so 2. Oh, damn thing. 2 damage. Followed by. How much else in strain, or is that just.
6 resisted, 5 unresisted.
Right.
And it's all strain damage.
All strain damage.
So good
All strain
move on
damage.
good move on using the advantages to recover strain.
Right, cool. So that'll take 5, 6, 8, if my maths is correct.
And the guards are yelling at the Nogri and are saying, "The Zygerian prince will know where the traitor is!"
Okay. Yeah, 2 PCs.
So unless someone else wants to go next, Aiden probably could.
Yeah, you could still use quick strike on this guy.
Oh, I don't have quick strike. I just
Oh.
felt like going next. I'm going to use unmatched mobility because I haven't gotten the chance to really use it yet.
Ooh.
So how far are these guys?
They are
Me?
within short range
Short?
of you now.
Okay.
Except for Crit 1 guy. He's medium.
Okay. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll since if I'm at medium from him anyway, I'm gonna back up to long, just back here, because I can make it the same difficulty anyway. And I'm also going to use a stim pack on myself to get 5 of that back. And I'm going to aim. And I'm
Adversary
going to
2, defense 2.
and quick draw 1 blaster since I can't use both.
And
of
you're
those.
shooting at 1 crit guy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Since he already has some damage on him.
Mhm.
Is adversary 2, defense 2? Is that what it was?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Alright. Just gonna use the 1 blaster. And let me just make sure I'm firing the right thing here. Yeah, okay. Okay, can I crit on that? I didn't really use the destiny point. I mean, can I crit? Can I flip on that? Because the destiny point was for unmatched mobility, not really for this check.
I guess so. I think so.
It's for,
I mean, they're
it's for a
unrelated, right?
different role. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so why not? I'll flip too. That looks good. Yeah, my telescopic sight reduces the difficulty by 1.
Mhm.
Bam. Okay. So that does 8 damage. Yeah. So it does 8 damage to him, and with the advantage, I don't know, I guess let's get the boost to the next guy that goes.
Alright, next up. He was hurt.
Did you you did include Dara's boost, right?
Oh, I didn't actually.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that because you might get advantage. Oh,
Nope.
or nothing.
No boost love.
Okay, another PC, either Hack or Gristle,
Or pack bat.
or Packback. Oh yeah, we have 3 in a row. I wasn't seeing that right.
How many maneuvers to use a stim pack?
2?
1 to pull it out, 1 to use it. Yeah. If you have quick draw, it's just 1.
Okay, so Aiden took 4 maneuvers?
Oh. Well, just ignore the last boost. The last boost then. I didn't aim. That's all.
Or no, that would be 5 then, because it's
I
2
have
maneuvers.
I have 3 maneuvers with unmatched mobility.
Okay, I'm just
All
wondering,
three.
because you use 2 to get to long range, and then 2 to use
Oh,
the...
that is 2. Okay, so I'm still at medium then. Forget that. So I still aimed still at medium. I was thinking it was only 1 to get to long for some reason.
Okay.
Thanks for calling that out. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, no problem. I just, because if it was going to be 1 maneuver to use a stim pack, that would change what I did, so that's the only reason I asked. Okay, Alright, Packbat is going to... Oh, jeez, he doesn't have enough maneuvers. He's gonna... Oh... so these guards up here are behind us?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I able to move away from these assassins and not get closer to the guards? Like, is there
Sure. Yeah, you can just go to the northeast.
a... Okay.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go halfway to long right now. And then I'm going to pull out my rifle and shoot. So I'm still at medium. but I'm making my way towards Long so I can get to Long next round, assuming he doesn't move.
All right.
And then I'm going to shoot the one that's already been hurt.
Okay.
So let's go here. Alright. Medium range, he's adversary 2, defense 2.
Yes.
Alright. I cannot aim. No quick draw. Let me make sure I'm factoring in everything.
I'll upgrade the difficulty. I just noticed I've got plenty.
Okay. Oops, too many green. Oh, I do have accurate on my weapon though.
Well, accurate's a boost, so.
Right. I'm just talking out loud, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I do it too.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I'm gonna say your gun jams.
Do you have a reroll?
Oh yeah, I do actually. Natural marksman, yeah, I'm gonna use the reroll on that. That's a little better. Okay,
Yeah.
so I already
Just a
took
bit.
2 strain for the 2 maneuvers. So that'll be 14 damage, pierce 3. No, 15 damage, pierce 3.
Alright, 15 damage, pierce 3. 15.
And my set trigger adds another threat, so I have 4 threat total.
Okay. 4 threat total. I'm gonna have this guy take an extra maneuver to get closer to you, but 1 second. 15, pierce 3. Okay.
You included the boost that I gave you, right?
Oh no, I didn't. 1 second. So only 3 threat now, but yeah.
Okay. That's still enough to do an
Right.
extra maneuver, so.
Yeah, you only need 2 to do that actually.
Alright, next up.
Either Gristle or Hack.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be me. By the way, Leslie posted on the event page that he lost power, but he also posted hacks like attack, dice pool, and his weapons and stuff like that. So,
Okay. Yeah, GM assistant if you can take control of hack for now.
Okay.
but looks like I'm kind of getting engaged with all these guys, and we do have a lot of range. So, I
Yeah.
should
They're all
probably,
engaged with you.
yeah, I think I'll just attack and then back up. So,
Okay.
try to get a parting shot on Pokil. What's his defense?
I'm gonna
Well, either that or you
upgrade
can just take out one crit guy.
adversary 3, defense 3, but upgraded one more time too.
All right. So that's that. Defense 3 as well. Okay, we'll just try it. We'll give it a shot. Actually, wait, yeah, so there is that other guy. I don't think he's actually engaged with me yet, though.
Oh, he was. He's trying to rush by you to get to Packbat.
Okay, then I'll just go for him instead, since that's like the more obvious threat here.
All right,
So that's only adversary
defense
2.
Yeah.
He's still flipped, so that's one more. All right. Ugh, not as awesome as I expected, but it's still something.
But.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He is going to parry. All right. How much damage do you do?
Oh, let's see here. That'll be 5. That'll be 10 strain through soak.
10 strain through soak, but if he parries the blow,
Parry uses whatever weapon the person being targeted is holding.
no, I guess what I mean is that he does that mean that he can't parry pressure point though?
Oh, I
Tricky
don't know.
I
situation
have
here.
no idea.
It would. So the trade-off would be: are you recovering by taking 3 strain? Are you mitigating more damage than you would by not taking that 3 strain?
Oh no, I'm just saying, can he even parry that at all mechanically?
I don't see why not. It's just as an attack, right?
If you can parry a brawl attack, then I guess.
Yeah,
sure.
I think you can parry brawl.
Yeah, you can bat it aside with the
Wait,
butt of the saber.
it might okay. So I think the requirement. Well, I have Force of Destiny up. Let's just look at that. Okay. So parry.
Well, no. The question is, what is the can parry actually block the pressure point effect? That's the main thing.
When a character suffers a hit from a brawl, melee, or lightsaber combat check, after damage is calculated but before soak is applied, the character may take the parry incidental. So it says brawl, and pressure point is a brawl attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The question is, is he gaining more from parrying than he's using the strain for?
Yeah, so that's the issue.
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Gristle's strain attack is out like sky high. So
Yeah, but you don't mitigate it all. You can only mitigate it to your ranks.
right.
So how much of it is he parrying damage-wise?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So in other words, I guess what I'm saying is that he can parry. He's got. Where did the parry go? He can parry 4 points of damage, but the rest of it goes through soak. So okay, got it. Okay. He can't prevent the hit, is what
So
I'm
he'll
saying.
really, yeah, if he did it, he'd only really drop 1 damage.
Because he would take 3 strain to do the parry.
Yeah.
So
He doesn't know what Gristle can do, so he does that.
okay, so he takes 9 strain through soak.
Boop. He goes down.
He's just running by, and then Gristle just side swipes him into the throat or something.
Classic momentum redirection. Just kind of sends him to the ground, slides a few feet, and then he's out.
Okay. Next up.
Yeah. And
Oh wait,
actually,
I was going to move too with my maneuvers, so I'm moving back. I guess to just the short of them.
Yeah, and he was the only NPC that hadn't gone, so it's actually Hack's turn now.
And we should have an NPC at the very bottom too.
Yes, that's true. So we're just losing that slot in the middle.
Do you think Hack will be returning?
So he gave us the stats because you never know how long a power outage is going to go.
Yeah.
So Hack would probably just charge in for melee. Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
Probably Clanless 1 over here.
Okay. So he takes a maneuver because the clanless had moved in. And Van Blades sound good to everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
what he's doing, it's what he do.
Okay, and then 2 red, 2 black, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you send any advantages for aiming or any? No, Gristle didn't have any advantages. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Oh wow. That is 15. I think Van Blades have Pierce, right?
They don't.
Did he use all those maneuvers getting there, or could he aim on that?
He could, but I didn't know if we wanted to have him move back afterwards.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, he may not have quick draw either, so he would. I would say I don't think he has quick draw, so he has to take 2 strain to get the Van Blades out and move.
If he's using them paired, they have accurate 1.
Oh, good point.
Well, but he didn't take the upgrade or the.
Well, it's just if you have 2 of them. I'm not sure actually how it works, but
Paired doesn't give you accurate. I mean, maybe the
No,
Van Blade-
paired
No.
weapon just drops the number.
No,
of
no.
advantages it takes.
Van Blades are special. They don't follow paired weapons.
Oh,
yeah, they're kind of considered a different weapon when you're using 2 of them. It's really weird.
Yeah. Okay. So that becomes 16 damage.
Okay.
Or no, wait, that's 17 damage because they're base 11 damage. And that should be enough to critical. I would
Yeah, they
guess.
crit on 3.
Yeah. So I'll roll that.
They also have
Interview.
Sunder.
Okay. Anything that looks interesting that's sunderable?
Well, he's got
That
one
guy
blade
just
left.
has, yeah, the other one got thrown away, so we can just take away both of his daggers.
Yeah. So he'll slam one Van Blade into his chest, and the other just completely collapses on the other knife and destroys it.
All right, well done. So actually, guys, do you remember you're fighting against a former broker agent, and no
Yeah.
one's really said anything. So to him, but
Unfortunately,
just
Aiden
something
doesn't
to
know.
keep in mind.
Yeah.
But next up,
It's the end of the round, so you have your slot.
all right, he is a nemesis, so he goes his second go. And you see him glare at Gristle, but his nostrils flare. And one thing you guys know about Nogri is that they smell blood. So he's going after the most bloody person right now. So, Packbot, what are your defenses?
One defense. I think I have sidestep, which I didn't use. Let me double check. No, I don't even have
Sidestep
it.
only affects ranged.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't matter anyway. No, I don't have anything. Just one defense. But I will flip.
So Packbat had moved back, so he has to take 2 maneuvers to get to him, right?
Yeah,
he didn't
Packbot
get into...
was halfway along. Well, he wasn't actually there yet, so he's still.
Oh, okay, so then, yes, I can't aim. Okay, yep, but I did take the strain for the getting there. And so, what are my total upgrades and defenses?
I just have one defense.
Okay.
Did you want to flip in?
Yeah, I did flip.
Okay.
Ooh.
I go down.
Alright.
I mean, I have to if it's breach, but yeah, what's the damage?
Yeah, it's 11 breach 1.
Yeah. It's gonna take...
And that is actually vicious 3.
So your critical plus, so that's a 47. Do you have any ranks in durable?
No.
You get Head Ringer. You increase the difficulty of all intellect and cunning checks by 1 until the end of the encounter. So, can't make your intellect and cunning checks.
Well, I can, they're just harder.
Alright, top of the round. Give me the traitor or I will strike you all down!
Hey, I'll give you a case of whiskey.
We can talk about this. There have been some new developments. Just calm down and see if we can figure something out here.
Alright, if you want to use your action to do a social check of some kind, you absolutely can do so.
I will at some point. You guys want me to do it first, or do you want me to wait? We
Yeah.
want to we don't want to try to give Saber like a chance to try to immobilize him first, or something, or you just want me to go in with it?
Yeah, it's a question because there'll be 2 NPC slots as soon as that first PC goes. So, whatever we think is most beneficial. I think trying to disable him would be really good. So I'm gonna move Packbat up a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
do you have a means of like holding him down?
I mean, I have bind, so the only issue is that he probably has pretty good discipline, so it's a questionable check. I can try though. Does that sound like a good idea to everyone?
I mean,
Don't forget suppress. I know it's kind of wonky because he's a nemesis, but it's on the next round, or not next round, but he has to go again before it ends.
What was his next turn?
It's his next turn, but the thing is, because he's a nemesis, he gets 2 turns in a round, so I don't count that second extra turn.
yeah, his next
He
turn.
still used it at the top of the round last time, didn't he?
Oh no, what I'm saying is that when you have a nemesis that goes 2 rounds, that extra round doesn't count towards that. In other words, it's going to be the end of his next turn. So if he goes next, it's at the end of that turn.
Yeah, I was just saying that he used it out of turn when Saber did his thing at the start of the round, and then went, and then the round went, and then he went again.
No, so that's what I'm saying. It's the end of the
Yeah,
next.
well, he's saying the out of turn part of it is the confusing part, not the second.
Because his next turn was technically his first turn that round. So he's technically had 2 turns since then, but it doesn't matter to me. I mean, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I don't count the out of turn because that's why it's special. It would be like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so I guess go for it, Gristle.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about this. We don't know the full details ourselves. We're looking for him. We just want to straighten things out. This doesn't have to be violent.
There's
Who
a path-
are you?
Say Master Mon is alive. Give him like hope to rehabilitation
know him?
too.
Oh yeah, well, we have Jedi connections. If you need help, we can get you help. We were betrayed as well, and we're trying to find a way to resolve this.
Tell me where the traitor is!
So he's not very reasonable right now.
He's not. I mean, he's been through a lot. But what kind of check are you using on him?
Charm.
Okay. It'll actually only be an average charm check, upgraded twice, but it has 4 setbacks.
Oh my. Average, upgrade it twice. 4 setbacks. I can remove 2, and I'll downgrade it twice.
And I will upgrade it once.
Upgrade it once. That's red and purple. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, okay, sure, let's go.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Oh wait.
So yeah, we decided that just kidding is a different thing because it's an incidental and not part of a check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a separate check. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go with that. We'll go with that. 3 success, 2 advantage.
That was close.
Okay. So what do you say?
I mean, just what I said. We can get you help if you need it. We were betrayed as well. We just want to resolve this peacefully. We're looking for the same person you are. You can get your answers. Just calm down.
So he backs away from you and just says, "Who are you?" And you see him. We're going into narrative time right now.
Yeah.
And the guards are like, "Uh-oh," and so they actually run. They're like, "Crap! Our help stopped fighting."
We are agents of the broker and, well, I don't really know if we would say
Broker?
a rebellion.
You
Yeah.
can't trust the broker? And so you're not going to have to do another social check, but he says, "No, I will find the traitor on my own. He will pay for what he did. Betrayed the Millennia Cell. Betrayed us all. He will betray you." And he jabs this guy with the stim pack, brings him back up, and they rush off.
So Saber would just be shouting, "There's a path to the light. Join me. We can go. We can do this." As he's
Together we
looking
can help
away.
the galaxy.
As broker agent and broker agent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's pretty clear that he is not Imperial affiliated. It's just him and his little revenge squad.
Yes.
Okay.
Pokill and the Clanless. It's a band.
It's a cover band, actually.
The Broker's greatest hits.
Oh man. Okay. Well.
But yeah, so oh, I know what to do with those advantages. So, as he backs away from you, everyone who is organic, so I guess not Adra doesn't get to see this. You see tendrils like mist extend from his fingers, but it doesn't look like it's an attack. And all of a sudden, you all are transported to a mountainside, and you see Pokill slip, and he grasps the edge, and Rogesh goes over to him, and Pokill is like, "Help, help!" And all of a sudden, you see Rogesh give him a smile and jabs him with a syringe, for it causing him to lose his grip and fall to his death. Supposed death. And he falls through the fog, so Rogesh never saw the body, but he assumed that the scavengers of the planet would take care of the rest, and then left.
Yeah, where's Alro when you need her?
Right?
Criticize
Oh,
all that.
yeah. Hope Alra will play tomorrow. That'll be great. But yes, the evil that Rogesh has done in his past, coming back to haunt him. So, Pokill and his band rush off. Multiple Zygerians are milling about, like, what the hell is going on? Actually, Zyrene appears with other guards that take these guards into custody, and she immediately asks if you're okay, Saber. Not the rest of you.
Nothing a few stim packs won't handle. It seems that Agent Vi had some adversaries that we hadn't anticipated.
Oh dear. Well, we'll have
but
to step
yes.
up security before Father's birthday. We thought that we had rooted out all the bad elements, rebellious elements, but
Maybe vet their guards too.
oh yeah. So she's actually really upset on your behalf, and I mean you can see this is genuine. This is not like more Zygerian treachery. She's not Silea.
Okay.
She really does seem concerned for your welfare, amazingly enough.
Yeah, and so Saber would just ask if there were anyone else hurt in the blast, that they get, of course, medical attention and everything else.
Oh
so.
yeah, there are some other Zygerians, just bystanders.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys can all do a check to heal up, get some strain back. Well, actually, this is a good point for a break, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. And we're back with Triple Threat. So we just finished the big combat with Pokal and the Clanless, and you guys are heading to Corfi. So any last things to do here on New Zygeria?
I mean, we were kind of on our way out anyway, right?
Yeah.
Right.
The other thing I think to do is see what ship Poka left in. So if we see it again, we'll know that he's there.
You don't actually see a ship leave. He just disappeared with his Clanless. So they weren't at the spaceport, it looks like.
Would we be able to pick up some cold weather gear before we go?
Probably not here, only because it's a desert planet that's pretty
That's
warm
true,
all the time,
actually,
so.
We better check the ship for any devices before we go.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. Go ahead and roll a formidable perception or vigilance check,
Can we use hack for that?
and I'll upgrade it once.
Okay. Formidable. Right. Here we go.
Whoa! No, that was one
How's that?
2 2.
Oh, it was, you need to roll a red as well. It's not going to change too much, though. Maybe.
Yeah,
Oh, right,
you're still
sorry.
going to succeed no matter what, so good job.
Yeah. Okay.
It's more threat.
You don't find any trackers, so you're good.
Phew.
You just get a really bad headache, like there are fumes or something.
Oh, my head hurts.
Yeah, actually, do take 4 strain for that. You were pretty nervous about that, but I'm going to give you guys 2 break points. So
Yeah, and you did get us restarted on the recording, right?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
Good to check though, always. So you're gonna start heading for Corfi.
And while we're heading for Corfi, Dara will get back on the comms to... Oh, crap, where is she on the list?
Avadri.
That's the one. Yes. Yeah, she'll get on... Sorry.
What was that?
Oh, that was my housemate going out for pizza and stuff. Sorry, I do apologise. I didn't know she was going to go out. Yeah, so Dara will get back on the horn with a contact, and we'll wait for an answer.
Okay.
By Cluecom.
There's no answer.
No answer from Avadri.
Oh, shit. Guys, we need to punch it.
So you guys know that Avadri is in Farandal. However, Saber, do you want to do a seek check?
I suppose I do.
All right.
Okay, take 2 strain.
Would our strain clear on the way to Corfi?
Yeah, it should.
I would say that yeah, because it's actually going to take like a day or 2 on the Prolemian trade route. So yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, I flipped. So Saber will use Seek.
Okay, so as you're flying towards Corfi, you actually don't see any Imperial patrols. So you get there without any trouble on that end. Looks like Major Kithskra's information from Whisper Base was correct. They are busy elsewhere. However, as you're going towards Farandal, your seek actually is pointing you towards Winterdome, the capital of Corfi. Rogesh is on planet. It looks like he is somewhere in Winterdome.
Course correction. We're going to Winterdome.
Roger that.
Take it away, Mr. Sulu.
Any wrong universe, I'm afraid to say. Can anyone bring up any maps for that city?
Sure, you can just get tourist maps. So,
Yeah, okay.
one thing you know about Winterdome is that it was formed around a large biodome that protected the city from the elements, and the rest of the city sort of built up beyond it, but they never extended the dome. And so the dome is it's not like it's still varied within the dome itself, so you still have slums, really rich areas. It's just that the only difference is that, especially during the winter, they have a controlled climate, unlike the rest of the city. And I would like to thank Ishitani for giving me permission for this wonderful picture called Dome City. And please check out the link up above, ishitani.deviantart.com. All right, so you guys are flying into Winterdome. The Seek, it's you really couldn't get like a firm this is exactly where he's at. You know that he's somewhere in the city, but how are you guys going to go about trying to find him?
I guess it helps if I unmute myself. Streetwise, looking for Mr. Ino Pawapa?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
any of his other known aliases.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good
Seems
idea.
like this is the one he's been using more recently, but yeah, he could be anyone.
Yeah, we confirmed that with the Underworld check earlier, right? That he was under the guise of
Uh-huh.
Ino Pawapa.
Yeah, we know he's been using it, lately.
Yeah. So I'll give you guys. You guys did pretty well. Yeah, I'll give you guys a boost for that on top of any other boost that you guys can get. So hard streetwise check. I upgraded it once, and you get a native
Ooh.
boost.
Who has our best shot at Streetwise here?
I have 3 ranks and 4 cunning.
That's better than me. Aiden can give you a boost.
Alright, we have that other boost there still. Let's flip. Actually, no, I'm going to take that flip back. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. Oh man, that's weird.
Okay.
How intricate is Seek? If I may ask.
I only have the best question. The base power, so I don't have the magnitude upgrades to make it better.
To make a pinpoint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So unfortunately, it is winter in Winterdome, and the sun. It isn't complete darkness for the city, but the sun has, or in other words, it's not perpetual darkness in the winter here, but the sun has set because of the time it took for you to kind of check around, and you weren't really able to find things. However, you do have a lot of advantages, and so you guys pick up some chatter over the law enforcement comlinks or com network. So you guys can try to tap into that. Or actually, no, I'll just give it to you guys. It looks like there was a crime scene within within the dome portion of Winterdome itself.
Don't we have a
That-
marshal?
And you do
Sorry
have
to
a marshal.
interrupt.
Yeah.
Could the marshal?
But in other
um,
words, so you guys know that there's a crime scene that is being investigated right now, and witnesses. You guys still failed though. There's just a crime scene that happened nearby.
go,
You guys can
Mr.
check it out if
Marshal.
you want.
Shall we check it out?
Hi, Winterdome marshals.
Was someone poisoned?
Yes, actually.
Well, that sounds like the best way to go then. So let's go there.
Okay. So, you guys get to a residential area that is pretty much kind of in a grungy part of town, but not so bad. Sort of, trying to good way to describe it. It's actually it's like Blue Sector in Coronet City, so a kind of grungy place that people still go to slum around. So it's not as dangerous as like the underlevels of Nar Shaddaa. So yes, you do see a crime scene that is being investigated right now. Looks like something happened in one of the residential buildings. Um, but yeah, it's cordoned off though. How are you going to get in?
Was
Mr.
there
Marshall.
presumably guards
Uh-huh.
standing by?
Yeah, law enforcement officials are milling all around.
Let's start a little light. Chris will just
Stop.
approach and ask, what happened here?
So the two humans kind of are taken aback by how abrupt you are with them. They're not used to. You can tell they're not used to non-humans. Corfi is pretty human dominant. The only minorities that you see are pretty much Pantorans, and so they're looking at you. You're going to have some setbacks, but they just say, "Crime scene investigation. Please move along."
I'm I'm a doctor. I might be able to help you figure out what happened here.
So
I
they kind of
realized
look at each other and they're like,
response might be slow. I'm already here. I can take care of this. Trust me. You offer a
there's,
little insight.
and one of the guy blurts out, he's like, "There's no one injured." The other guy hits him like, "You're not supposed to say anything," but like it's too late. This is just a crime scene investigation at this moment.
I'm Detective Shaw, Special Investigations with my partner here. She looks at Packbat is Special Agent Jones from Corfi High Security.
Okay, so they're looking at you and seeing three non-humans that are talking to them. Those are not very prevalent on Core 5, so they're just like, what? So this is going to be a deception check, and it's going to be a hard deception check with, I mean, it's already upgraded 3 times. Yeah, it's upgraded another time, so it's 3 reds and a purple now.
I mean, Gristle's gonna look at that story and like distance himself. He's not being a part of that deception.
Okay, and 2 setbacks
They're not
because
with
you're
me.
non-humans. You never know, though. I mean, it might succeed, so go for it, D.
Okay, I'm going to flip for this because I have absolutely no ranks in anything in deception. Damn.
We're going to need to take you in for questioning. Yes.
People gonna make me do this?
uh,
No,
can I get their discipline?
yeah,
Sorry, what's going on?
So I
Saber
guess,
do what you want to do.
yeah, what's their discipline?
Discipline. What?
Their discipline is 3 reds.
It's- Oh. So Saber says something like, "You want to let us through," and I guess I'm being taken in for questioning too.
Yeah, they're like, what? And so
Dara held out her right.
they're gonna
Oh
try.
well, I can re-roll a force power check. Should I
Oh,
do it
okay.
here? I think so. This is
Yeah, probably. There you go.
okay. Okay, I'll take 2 strain to activate the magnitude upgrade to affect them both.
Gosh.
I had to use my reroll on that one. That
Okay.
was silly. Okay. Uh,
It's like you
want to
waved
what?
twice. Wait a minute.
wait. I have to just redo it. Reroll.
Like a scene from a certain movie.
Okay.
Okay, so they say,
Not how the force works.
yes, you can go right on in. Or no, wait, you were telling them just not to take you in, or what were you saying to them?
Oh, I was saying, you want to let us help you. You know, let us through. You want to
Okay.
let us through.
So you get through, and this is not me blocking you. You totally got past the people outside. You get up to the room, and there are multiple forensic specialists that are going over stuff. And one of them turns and is like, "Who are you?"
Um, ask the
Archivax,
guys
I'm here
outside.
to.
Yeah, we were told to come in.
I'm here to take a look. Second
Uh,
opinion, if you will.
who are you? No one
He's
was.
the ME.
So in other words, I mean, you guys have to give another deception check. So
Who's actually
I'll do
good
it.
at deception here? Yeah.
I'm probably still our best shot, but I'll just. I mean, I'm just being simple. I mean, Gristle's just saying he's a doctor and he's here for a second opinion. Or a second kind of look at the investigation, different angle.
Damn it, Jim, he's already dead.
So I guess we need to know how to
oh,
get through.
right, yeah, it's going to be the same check. It's 3 reds.
3 red. Okie doke. Go with that. Does anyone want to help me?
Yeah, Saber will help.
Okay.
Oh, if Saber
Maybe
helps,
Aiden should
you
help
get a-
because he's a human.
Oh,
help you guys.
yeah, that's a better idea.
Okay.
So Aiden will walk up and say, "Yes, we're here to check out the body."
Okay. Oh, and there are 2 setbacks because you're a non-human.
That's okay.
Oh,
I
but
can
Aiden
remove.
reduces that by 1, and he can
Okay.
still give a boost. Yeah.
Then yeah, I removed the other one, so that's
All right.
good.
Cool.
Okay. Then all right, I'll natural that one. That's interesting.
Oh,
Take it away that despair.
wow. Okay.
Wow,
All dark side now.
Okay.
that's yeah.
Spin the tail that you want to spin.
You see, So we know it was a poisoning, right, from the report?
Well, actually, you see blood everywhere.
Yeah, but you said earlier when we
There was
asked if
poison
someone had been
involved.
poisoned.
Yes.
Tell us
I'm a
everything you
poison
know.
specialist from a local, from a nearby university, and I'm caught wind of a little incident here, and I thought I might have a look to see if I can find
right,
out.
right. The medical conference, of course. And so that. Sorry, we don't get very many non-humans here, but
I was perfectly understand.
yeah, thank you. Sorry for my earlier rudeness. However, that despair.
Oh, I took it
Oh,
away.
you removed it. That's right. Okay, so no despair. Do take 2 strain for that threat though, because you are sweating a bit here. Okay. So yeah, you've got blood samples everywhere, and actually, you see someone. Well, actually, no. You're gonna have to do a check for that. Everyone, give me a daunting vigilance or perception check, and I'm going to upgrade that for everybody.
Before we all do that, they're already investigating the crime, so I'm assuming there's some equipment for that. Can we be using forensic investigation stuff? As in,
Yeah, sure. I
like
mean,
the
you got
kits?
those double triumphs. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Or at least
so
like
this-
their notes and stuff to go off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
forensic investigation kits mechanically give you an automatic success to perception checks and stuff like that to find and gather evidence.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll say because of those double triumphs. Yeah, you actually notice one of the guys. There's a dismembered claw.
Oh, sorry, I mean, it means it adds 1 automatic success. Doesn't mean we automatically succeed.
Oh, and forget what I said then. So everyone roll.
There's no claw. What are you talking about?
Let's see.
I'm gonna have Adra roll this one.
Okay.
Once.
So,
That's interesting.
well, a bunch of you see this. So you actually see a dismembered claw that is placed into
I forgot to upgrade mine.
specimen kit.
So Aiden, did
What
that
kind
get
of
you?
species
Bless
is this
you.
from?
You can do a xenology check.
What would be the difficulty?
It's going to be daunting.
Are you gonna
Anyone
use
want to help me?
despair to upgrade that automatically, or
Can we use Hank's intelligence? Or Hex?
If this is possibly from some type of animal, would survival work?
See, this is one of those weird ones.
We need to know which animal, I think, not so much.
Yeah, the problem is that normally, yes, it would be, but unfortunately, it wouldn't work in this case.
Okay.
But you know
So
what?
it's
But
xenology.
you can actually do a check because then you could narrow things down. So yeah, that's fine. So yeah,
Okay,
you'll get different information though.
Either that or
difficulty
it could
on
maybe
survival.
count as a
Yeah,
co-pilot,
daunting.
effectively.
Same check. Yeah.
It's just daunting.
Yeah.
No upgrades.
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna do survival, and I'm gonna flip.
Okay. So, there's something about the claw that just there's something different about it. You actually don't think that it's from an animal.
Could this be Trandoshan?
Or Defil.
With
Or
the
Swissy.
with the advantages, you know that it's not a Trandoshan, but that's all I can tell you. However, I'll say that gives an upgrade to the Xenology check to find out what it is.
All right. Does anyone want to assist? Well, I guess Packback's already doing survival, so we can assist with the xenology itself.
Yeah, sure.
And let's flip, sure. Why not? Let's try it out. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, you... And remember, these things are very, very rare, but you think that that's actually a Defil Claw.
They just like live on this planet.
Well, remember who's here, I mean.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
teasing. It's just
So,
funny.
and also, the only reason why you actually really saw it is because they're going over things with a UV lamp, and then as you kind of block that out, it fades out of view.
So do the investigators have any information about the victim?
Well, they're taking blood samples. Do you guys want to take a blood sample?
Yep.
So, medical check. It's just a hard medical check. No upgrades.
Medicine. Okay. I'll Master Doctor. Be extra careful. Have my own kit, so let's do that.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of the blood is Rogesh's.
Ooh.
And it looks like there are definitely traces of poison too, but it looks like he gave as good as he got because there's a lot of Defil blood too.
What kind of poison?
It looks like they were using dendritin toxin,
Hmm.
a very, very painful poison.
Okay, so it's just a crime scene. There's no body.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay, so just blood everywhere. Well,
Okay.
Saber's not happy about this.
Okay. Can
Is there
Dara
a bit of a
attempt to
trail?
get
Sorry, go ahead.
Saber's attention to go into a side room for one moment,
Okay.
and in the side room she'll pull out her comm unit and she will key Rogesh's comm.
There's no answer. You just hear
Okay.
static.
Right. Okay, that's all I wanted. Just to.
But you know,
let no
hey,
one else
always good to
worry.
check. You never know. He could have been like, hey, what's up?
Is there like is it just a splatter with the blood, or is it like a trail maybe leading out a window or something? Like,
Looks like you might need some survival checks to
yeah.
track it.
Are there any cameras in the vicinity? You know, as in the hallway and as we were entering.
No, this is kind of a lower end residential area, so.
So is there a blood trail leaving the area? I mean, there's no bodies, right?
There are no bodies, correct. And so, yes, you do see a trail, but then it kind of ends. So it looks like you're going to need some survival checks to pick it back up again.
Hmm. Before we go out on a trail, Crystal's gonna borrow one of the UV lamps from the crime scene.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Are you trying to steal it,
Oh,
or just?
Yeah.
So, skullduggery check. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
He'll say he's borrowing it, but I mean, if he just wants to steal it, he can do
oh,
that.
well, yeah. So tell me, are you going to just take it or.
Oh yeah, I mean, he'd be like, we have a trail, and we'll need to sweep it with one of these UVs.
Okay,
I can
it'll just
come
be
on.
it'll just be a charm check. It'll be a hard upgraded 3 times charm check, but that shouldn't be too hard for you.
I mean, we had double triumph. I mean, can that still carry over?
Sure. Yeah.
Can Derek the security guy for Miss Norris see if if he can answer, or if he's
You know,
available.
that's an excellent idea. So it's Gunnar Lofgren.
Yeah, that's the dude.
Okay. So you send a comm, and Nor's Estate. How can I help you?
Gunnar, it's Dara. We met some time back.
Oh no, Gunnar is not here.
Oh,
He and
who are you? Do you know where he went?
no, he did not say, but he actually left a couple of. Oh well, and so the guy kind of stumbles over his words. And who is this calling?
I'm an associate of the mistress of the house.
I'll need a little bit more information than that.
My name is Dara.
Okay.
Do you remember the hat flipping contest? I got it on my head, but I fell down completely on my backside and made a complete ass of myself.
Wait a minute. Were you the blue-skinned
Yes.
person who's not a Pantoran, the one with the red eyes?
Yes.
Oh, hi. And so
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, but Avandri and Gunnar left several hours ago. Haven't heard back from them, but he just said that he would be in contact.
Do you have a tracker on Gunnar or the lady of the house, for that matter?
Well, that's
Yeah,
kind of...
just for security reasons, because I believe they may have gone missing. I tried to call her earlier, and she never picked up.
Sure, yeah, okay. And so you can hear the guy talking to someone else, and there is you can hear, you don't hear the exact words, but you can hear kind of the tone of assent. And so the guy says, it's funny that you called because we just tried to ping their trackers and they're not working. Wait a minute, something's going on. And so the guy sounds really worried.
Do you know where the last known location was?
Well, no, they just left Farandal, that's all. Are just not in Farandal. We don't know where they are. Oh dear, this is not good.
Okay.
We're supposed to know where they are at all times. Something is wrong. So, yeah, the guy's getting a little bit upset, and he says, I need to contact Miss Auroras.
Okay. Keep me informed of what you learn, please.
Okay. Yeah, he says he'll do that. And I'm trying to think of a name. I wasn't expecting that, but that was a great suggestion. So, okay. So you guys know that Avadri Nors and Gunnar Lofgren are both missing as well. And their personal trackers have been turned off.
Okay, Saber would have actually hopefully heard that, since I hope that Saber was in the same room. So Dara will go out and more or less do the thing in sign language to everybody else, just so that no one else can pick up on it.
Okay. So you guys have that information. You also have the blood trail that you can try to pick up. So anything else before you guys get on that?
Oh yeah, sorry, one thing. Can Dara call back and say, do you have any of those mushrooms left around anywhere?
Well, sure, we have some here, but Farandal's quite a far away from Winterdome. But if you're looking for frost caps, I mean, the market in Winterdome has them. I mean, it'll take some looking for because they are technically illegal, but it's the law enforcement officials, as long as the Imperials aren't breathing down our necks, kind of look the other way. So just don't eat them in public.
Okay, do you have a name contact?
Yeah, he sends it to you, so it'll just be a streetwise check.
Okay.
So yeah, it will be a hard streetwise check to find the seller of frostcap mushrooms, but that is a great idea.
Does anybody have anything to give me some skilled assistance?
Aiden has some streetwise, but What's the purpose of getting these? I maybe don't just don't remember.
Frostcat mushrooms. People who are high on them can actually see invisible creatures.
Oh.
You don't know if it's all invisible creatures or specifically Defil, but somehow people who have been on them have been able to detect Defils before.
Does anyone have better than 3 cunning or 2 ranks?
I have 3 ranks in Streetwise and 4 cunning. And I can remove a setback.
I've only got 1 rank and 2 cunning, so that's me out the window.
Should we follow the trail first, or get these first, you think?
I think we should get these first, because these will help.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Either course of action is valid.
Well, I mean,
we
the trail's
can-
right here. I
But
mean,
we could split up, and we can always catch up with you guys.
yeah.
Alright, maybe some of us go with Packbat is our survival expert, right? So we have some of us go with Packbat on the blood trail, and some of them go to get the frost caps.
Okay, so I'm going to put Dara over here. I hope I moved you guys over to the blood splatter, did I?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
And Packbat for the trail. So arrange yourselves where you're going to go.
Tommy, you on my side, you cut out for almost all of that.
Oh, did I cut out for everybody?
No.
No.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. It
Oh,
must have been
so
my-
people going for the blood trail are going with you to place themselves next to you, and people going for the frostcat mushrooms are going with Dara.
Oh, okay.
And I guess Aiden can go with Dara. And
Pack will join you.
by extension.
Anybody got any cunning higher than 2?
Yeah, Aiden's got 3 cunning and 2 ranks in Streetwise, so he can.
That's
do
okay,
something.
mate.
Okay. So actually, let me resolve the blood splatter portion first. So, oops, my notes. Let me grab my notes.
Before we leave and separate, Aiden will mention to Packbat and everybody, Gristle and Saber, say, as soon as anything comes up, especially if it's urgent, let us know right away, and we'll be there.
Oh, wait a minute. We need to back up. How many people actually... A bunch of you got that perception check with advantages, right?
Aiden had 1 advantage, but
Who
no
got
success.
the highest out of everybody with the vigilance and or perception? Or perception?
Successes or advantages?
Successes, actually.
Looks like Dara had 2 successes, and that was the highest.
Okay.
Plus,
Well, everyone's +1, so.
Dara,
Okay.
you found a small disc that was actually missed by the forensics team. And so it'll be a hard skullduggery check to pocket it without alerting the authorities in the room. The rest of you can help, or someone can help, or you can...
Or you
make a
can point it out to
distraction.
someone else.
How about she accidentally pulls out a couple of credits and accidentally drops them in the area where the disc is, and oh damn, I'm a bit of a butterfingers today.
Well, you probably don't want to draw attention to yourself, though, because you're the
No.
one who noticed it, so maybe someone else should do the...
I think she meant that as a feint to be like, oh, I dropped my credits, let me pick them up along with this.
Oh, okay, sure. That's
I think that's what she was getting at.
Nope,
Yeah,
I get you. Okay,
Aiden can kind of, block the line of sight to it, maybe.
sure. I'll say with that RP, you definitely get a boost just natively to the check, and then Aiden is providing another boost. What are the rest of you guys going to do? I mean, you see that she...
what was that? What's the difficulty?
hard skullduggery check.
That's 3 men. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's interesting.
Wait a minute, what is that you found there? One of the forensics guys says. However, with the Triumph, I'll say that you can't re-roll that, but maybe there's another check you guys can do to get that disc. So I'll let you guys think about it.
Maybe have one of us talk them into giving it to us.
Okay.
What kind of disc does it look like? Does it look like it'd be something,
It looks like a hollow disc.
just a regular hollow disc? Okay.
Oh,
Did I drop this earlier? I must have done.
Sorry, you're saying something, Ben.
I was gonna say like, oh, sorry, that was mine actually.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, sure.
That is pretty good.
So it's going to be a hard deception check. Upgraded 3 times, though, it's supposed. So
Oh boy. Okay. Do I
I'll
get
say
any
that
boosts or
since
anything?
you've been like on the scene and doing stuff, and those 2 triumphs, I'll give you an upgrade to your check.
Okay. Do I get like an assistance from anyone, or is this kind of just kind of me?
Someone can if they say something.
Aiden will be like, oh yeah, you had that earlier, right? Give you a little.
Didn't I give that to you on the
Little,
flight?
little credibility. So let's see. All right.
And it's like, oh, yeah, no worries. So you have it. So, I guess you guys are probably going to want to get away from all these other people and see what's on it, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I
watch
guess we'll
it.
take a look at it while we tend to the trail
Okay.
or look at it.
All right. So, you see a hologram of Rogesh as Barrett Travick. And he says, as agreed upon, you will head to Corfi a day ahead of my group. Once I arrive, wait at least 3 days for one of the common short-duration storms the locals call howlers. Strike at night, and make sure that Edric Norse's death looks like an animal mauling. Do this, and the Empire will not only share its wealth, but also its might. The civil war on FL will come to an end with your faction as the victors. Your people will laud you as heroes, or will laud you as the heroes I already know you to be. And then the hologram ends. So these were instructions way back from Cold Comfort when he orchestrated the murder of Edric Norse.
Hanging on to old grudges again, I see.
Whose apartment is this, by the way?
Yeah, that was a good question. I don't think we ever really clearly established where we were. Is this just a random apartment? Or...
Random apartment. Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like there were people actually just squatting here. So.
Okay, so it wasn't even necessarily lived in.
Right.
Okay. All right. So shall we go our separate ways then, though?
Yeah, and also too, just to establish for people that weren't in Cold Comfort, the big thing was that Captain Compnor, aka Rogesh, betrayed the Defils because he used them to make the Empire look good by having them killed, and so he got to be a hero because he helped the agents kill the Defil assassins that were trying to get to Avadri Norse after they killed her father.
I'm so used to right clicking.
So yeah, lots of terrible things in Rogesh's past once again.
Yeah, it's his whole past coming back to haunt him this mission.
Mm-hmm. All right, so blood splatter people. We're going to need some of these survival checks. So the first check is going to be a hard with 2 setbacks, upgraded twice.
Hard, upgraded twice, 2 setbacks.
Yeah.
Before you roll it, I'm gonna stim you up because there you go, 1 strain only.
I take 1 strain.
Yep.
And I have improved cunning. Alright. Let's see. Expert Tracker will remove 1 setback. And it will also decrease the time by 50%.
All right. Cool.
Okay, so that should be it. I will flip.
I'm going to flip back then.
Yeah, who needs greens or purples?
Oh dear.
Apparently, you could have done with another green.
Yeah, I don't have a way to reroll that anyway, so It happens in half the time.
Okay. Gosh,
Triumphantly in despair.
this is a hard one. Okay.
This is-
I know what happens here. So with I know what to do with the despair. What do you guys think with the triumph? What would happen? That's unrelated to success though.
He finds tracks, but it's not exactly the right tracks.
So we were trying to find Rogesh, correct?
Yeah.
Like that's who we were following.
Mhm.
Maybe we find the Defel. I don't know.
I need to think about that some more. Actually, no. I've got an idea because, and I can't say anything right now because there's some spoilers that if I go in a certain direction, so I can't say too much about that. However, I think one thing that could be a possible triumph is that the direction that you take happens to be close to where the other group is going.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't lose any time trying to regroup with them if they do succeed.
Right, exactly. And I think that would actually be pretty big triumph. So yeah, let's do that. And I need a streetwise check for these frost caps.
Okay, I guess Aiden can do it. Does Hack have better than 3 cunning? Are we using his stats for things? What are we doing?
I don't think he does.
Okay.
All right, so it's going to be 2 reds and a purple, and I'll upgrade that to 3 reds.
Okay. So, okay, streetwise. I guess I get a boost from Dara. She's asking around with me. Just to make it even.
Yeah, out into the back alleyways and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So, we found it.
Okay,
But
I
maybe
know
it's
what to
being
do with
rated.
those. Okay. No, it's fine. So you guys get you can buy some frostcap mushrooms, and so we'll say that these are they are illegal, so they're a little bit pricey, but you can get a dozen for 500 credits.
Do we need a full dozen? I guess that's what they're sold in, right? Dozens.
Yeah, they're not selling them as singles.
Okay. Yeah, that's all right. Do you want to split that with me, Dara?
Actually, I'll do it myself, and you can bring me back later.
Okay. While we're in like the markety area, I guess this is. Are we able to also get some cold weather gear in case we need it?
Well, you don't really need it because you're in the dome portion.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we would be venturing outside later or not, but okay.
Where you're buying stuff for these mushrooms, in other words, it's kind of like this hidden. There's no gear to be found where
Yeah,
you're at
that's
right
fine.
now. Yeah,
That's fine.
but
All right.
I mean
So
later.
let's meet back up with the others.
Okay, so you guys have your
calm over
cons.
and yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are able to kind of get together, and you're back together. You've got mushrooms and everything. Who's going to eat some frost caps?
Very well.
What are the drawbacks to the frost caps?
You tell me, people who've been in cold comfort.
I don't remember what the drawbacks were per se.
I imagine
mean-
hallucinations, but
I mean, yeah, but
all right. Maybe we'll need at least a few clear-headed people. So I think Aiden will abstain.
Okay.
Well, I was told they were really good.
I'm sure they are, Dara.
All right, so Dara, you're gonna need to give me, and unfortunately, this batch, it looks like this was kind of an off batch. That's the despair there. So instead of the hard resilience check, I need a daunting resilience check from you. Or no, sorry, not. I'm mixing things up. So First up, I need a hard resilience check from you.
Oh, hell. That's 3. Okay. She's probably going to throw everything up.
Okay. So you fail, but you do get advantage. So I'm going to say that take a setback. You're kind of hallucinating, and things aren't looking so great. And now I need you to give me a daunting fear check, because these are some really wild things that you're saying.
Bad shit, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the check again?
Daunting.
Daunting.
I'm going to upgrade that once, actually.
Oh, thanks.
It's a fear check, so that would be
Fear.
Cooler discipline.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, players one is cool. So here we go.
All right. You keep your cool, but you are going to take all of those threats as strain. You're actually 2 strain, and you're staggered, but it's not going to mean much. But you're just kind of freaking out. But then you get control of yourself. And you're like, no, I'm fine. So
hey,
you're doing
Saber,
okay.
you're purple. Lovely color.
So with this reaction everyone else sees, anyone else want to take the mushrooms?
Aiden's gonna. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, Packbat would take one.
All right. So same deal. Hard resilience check, and then daunting fear check.
That's the resilience.
Okay. Take 2 strain for that.
And then daunting fear.
And I'll upgrade that too.
Hey, Aiden, why are you yellow?
All right, Darren. Why don't we just move along?
Okay,
Why is yellow?
that's the fear check.
Okay, so you failed. So go ahead and so both Dare and Packbat, add setback to your name just so that you remember you're gonna have a setback for the rest of the session.
Oh, does Dara succeeded that though? Does she still get that?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Oh no, she got one for failing the resilience check, so she's feeling queasy. So,
Oh, so there's
actually,
been-
that's 2 setbacks for Packbat. Actually. Okay. However, I'm going to say with those 3 advantages, you're going to have to remember this, but you're going to get a boost for your first check against a Defil.
Okay.
All right. So, at this point, I need everyone to give me a daunting, but it's going to be 3 red, 1 purple, 2 black perception or vigilance check. And include your setbacks if you've got them. Extra setbacks.
I can take away a setback from vigilance checks.
Is this affected at all by having a UV light?
It is not. So one thing about the UV light is that it's one of those very like handheld close-up things. It doesn't go very far.
Everybody's making this check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dara, you forgot your difficulty.
Sorry.
Oh gosh. Wow.
That's 3 despairs in just this one check from us.
Okay, I know what to do
Four.
with that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I
Well,
totally know what to
she's
do with this.
Not totally aware of it.
Okay, so Saber, you see in the distance a shadow moving.
Well, I don't see it, but
Oh, that's right. Adrian
Sense.
sees it.
You sense it.
Or sense it.
yeah. Yeah, Saber would do sense at this point to make
Okay.
sure that he has a sense of everything going on. Scroll up. Okay, yeah, take 2 strain. I can feel everything at long.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, you can feel everything at long, and so there are 2 blips that you can feel right now, and they are moving away from you.
Okay, Saber would pursue.
Okay.
Onward. Yeah, so he'll catch everyone and say, go,
And
go,
there are
go,
two,
go.
and the two, they split. What are you guys going to do?
Do the rest of us notice these? Or is it just Saber?
Saber would describe what they're doing.
Okay, so they're splitting up. Should some of us go after one and some the other?
Splitting the party, always a good...
What are they?
good
Shadows?
Saber would definitely know they're Defil by this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I see them then?
No.
They might be too far for that, though.
Yeah, they're too far. And also
Well-
remember, the sun is already set, so they're blending with the shadows.
So I guess some of us should go with Dara and some with Packbat again. And or I guess Saber can sense them too, so there's that.
Yeah, is there anything identifying between where they're splitting off? Anything at all?
One's going north, one's going east.
And doing Seek at this point wouldn't give me a better sense of which one to go with if I'm wanting Rogesh.
I mean, you can try.
Do you have Foresee?
I do have Foresee.
Would that help?
I don't know. Would it help?
I don't know. You'll have to try.
Okay. Saber activates the basic Foresee power and tries to feel what would happen if he followed the one to the north to get a sense of, just flashes of the future if he follows the north one.
Okay. Oh, did you already roll it? Sorry.
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. I was when I saw the destiny flip. Okay. Yeah, so in the flashes, you see no more. You hear Rogesh screaming in pain. That's what you hear. And then you also hear shots ring out like nothing you've ever heard before. It doesn't sound like a blaster, it doesn't sound like a slug thrower. You've never heard this before. Like a ringing, almost like crystalline sound. And so how many successes and whatnot with Foresee? You'll have to guide me here. What can you tell?
The user may spend force pips to gain vague hints to the events to come up to a day in his future.
Okay. You see the team split up and people being cut down as they split.
Okay.
We should probably not split then.
Okay. Stick together, everyone to the north, now. And Saber picks up pace.
Okay.
One of those force feelings, eh, Saber?
He's given you like brief glimpses into the future too, so you know what it's like.
Right.
Oh, fair enough. Yes.
Okay, so you guys run down an alley, and I'll move your tokens over. And you see a shadow stop and turn, and you can see it's a Defil. But then a human actually steps into view.
Okay.
Whoops, I was supposed to do that during that scene, and I didn't. But yeah. You'll hear this creepy music, and then it changes slightly.
It's that Force user hunter, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, that guy from the what was it? Pirate Queen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so you do see one of the shadows kind of part from the wall. You see this guy step up. And so the Defil sneers and says, "They're allies of Captain Compnor." And the guy says, "Oh, great. Well, when I found out who, and whoops, I need to double check back here. It just says, when I found out who Laulif, and that's the name of the Defil, he says it really quickly, who their target or Laulif's target was associated with, I signed up for half price. Call it payback for the bounty lost on the Pirate Queen. Jedi scum. And he's looking right at Saber. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh my.
Is this a bit of a setback?
And
And,
yeah, all setbacks for the...
Oh my. Saber's pissed.
Saber's like, he's ready to just pounce right on him. Can you leap to him?
I mean, it is a maneuver, right? Using that force power is a maneuver. So, but it would be on my turn. Oh wait. The way we do it is double triumph equals a free action, right?
Well, remember the last time I asked to do that, you guys said no.
Oh.
But the time before that, we said yes. So
No, but I mean, I kind of think that, it's a double triumph. I'm fine with it if you guys want to do it.
I mean, it could also just be 2 free maneuvers.
Yeah. Which I mean, 2 free maneuvers would be. Okay. We'll let me work on the initiative because I'm not going to be able to use just one force pep, anyways. Okay, so 5.4.
That is actually 7.3.
Oh my. Yep, 2.2. 4. 3. Is Dara gonna rapid react?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So
Sorry.
4.2? Or is it 5.2?
4.2.
I don't have hack rolling. I missed. There it is. There's the one I missed.
And that one is actually 9.1.
Oh my. Okay, so 9.1, and the first one you told me to adjust was what? 7 point...
7.3.
And the middle two are just going to stick the way they are.
Yeah.
1.6.
Oh, they're more though. So 1 second.
4.2.
What was that?
So can you? I'm starting to blend these rolls. Can you tell me the new one?
Yeah, sure. So the last two are unaffected, so it's 4.1 and 2.4. So there should be 6 for me.
Okay, and so we don't have hack as a separate person here.
You can have hack for a separate person here.
Okay. Well, does someone have his sheet up so we can get his initiative?
Did he give that in his stats, or was it just in the weapons?
Earlier he rolled 2 yellow and a green for his initiative. So
Okay.
That's a lot of NPC slots.
2.2. And a triumph. Okay. Oh my. So that free action is sounding pretty good right now. Okay. What do you guys think? We can only see 2 of them at the moment, right?
Yeah.
So, but Saber has sense up to long. Is there any?
Okay. You can sense 5,
Okay. Okay.
but there's 6 initiative slots, but you can sense 5.
Okay. One question. Since Dara didn't fail her fear check, does she get to see the invisible?
Yeah, actually, yes, yes.
Okay.
So you can actually see all of the Duffel around you. They look like pretty lights, but you know what they are. So
Woohoo! Lights! Woohoo!
So these Devil Assassins are pretty nasty. I think I'm gonna try to go for a mass bind. Can I have their discipline?
What's
On
the
the-
bind range?
I have upgrades that can help me with bind.
Okay.
yeah, their discipline it's going to be 3 red.
3 red. Are there any
Who are you targeting though first?
Devil Assassin?
Okay.
Does it? I mean, is there a difference between them?
Well, is there like a range between them that needs to be considered, or?
Yeah, I'd have to activate a certain upgrade. So what's the difference between the distance between them?
Okay, so they're kind of spread out a little bit, so they're all within medium range of each other. So they're spread out.
Each other. Okay, I should be able to. Yeah, I have enough range upgrades, so I just need 1 pip for that. Okay, I need the magnitude upgrades. Ooh, this is gonna be. Can hope for a lot of light side here, or. Well, we'll see what we get. Oh yes. Okay. So there's almost sort of a glow from Saber, and he lifts his hand. Okay, so 3 of the Devil Assassins are immobilized and staggered for this first round.
Okay.
So I have to take 1 strain for the range upgrade, 2 pips for basic power. Let's see. Do I have enough to do it again? Maybe? No. I'll spend a. Well, they're staggered, so they can't do an action. Okay. So basic power, mastery upgrade from using light side, 2 for magnitude, 1 for range. Okay, I'll take 5 strain. So I'm using 5 of the pips.
Okay.
And I'll take the 4 advantage as strain recovery. So I'll just add 1. Ooh, barely did that. Okay. Okay, so that's the free action. Now they get two slots. Oh, I guess I should share that with everyone, shouldn't I?
I was actually just about to ask that.
Yeah, sorry. I put it together on the Scratch tab and just didn't copy it in yet.
And so, what are your defenses, Saber?
Ranged defense is 1.
Alright, you don't even see this shot, but it looks like there's a sniper that is at extreme range. The sniper does have a telescoping sight, though. So.
Saber gets an odd sense from the sniper. Feels like there may be a slight drift, and I'll use sense advantage to add 2 setbacks to that.
Okay. Alright, so give me 1 second here. If you guys can keep player and character knowledge separate, it would be a lot easier if I just bring the token over, so I'll do that. You can probably guess who it is anyway, so. At extreme range. Alright. Let's see. Here's the shot. Okay. So, she is activating soft spot. So that is going to be 26 Pierce 4.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And the shot, when you hear it, it sounds like nothing you've ever heard before. You guys can give me a hard warfare check just for the party. And this is like out of turn incidental. I'll give you guys that, and contribution bonuses do apply to this to figure out what she just shot you with.
All of us, or 1 check?
Just 1 check for the party.
Whoever's probably. Can we have Hack do it? Or not?
I just did
That's
it.
fine.
Didn't work.
Oh,
Shouldn't
okay.
have-
Yeah, you're not familiar with the weapon, but yeah, the shot ringing out is just, like I said, nothing you've heard before. But this is an actual weapon. It's actually statted out.
So the question is, do you think I need to be conscious to maintain the bind? Or are they still affected for this turn?
I think that probably. How would you rule it?
I would think regardless it would last the round, right? I don't know about you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to re-up at the next round.
Okay.
If you, yeah, so they're just still staggered this round. And
Yeah, I mean,
immobilized.
tell you what. Explain how it keeps
So
up
the-
as you go down, and I'll be fine
So
with it.
the bind mastery talent is sort of you actually attack instead of physically constraining them, you're attacking their discipline. So it's like a shock to their mind more than a physical restraint. So they're still. He overcame that, and with the power of the light side, just delivered them a shock to their consciousness that they.
I can buy it. As you go down, though, you hear Dalen scream, "Ara, don't! We need him alive!"
And Saber will not be leaving initiative, by the way.
All right. Cool.
Oh, he has the Okay.
Yeah.
That's the end of the round, right?
Well, that's the very start of the round.
Oh, sorry, next round.
We need
Yeah.
him alive to find the bounty! Come on, Ara! And she yells back, "Shut up, Dalen."
That from extreme.
From extreme,
it,
yeah.
it just echoes into the corridors.
Yeah.
Shut up!
Shut
Shut
up,
up!
shut up, shut up.
All right.
Okay, another NPC.
Okay. Actually, with all the Defils being locked down, one of them is going to rush forward, and Aiden is right there, so he's going to go for Aiden.
Okay, Aiden's gonna dodge.
All right, so
And also probably flip in defense.
he will take strain, and all right. So you're dodging how many times?
Once, I only have one rank.
Okay, and then how much defense again?
None.
All right, here goes. Ooh, Arm.
Is he attacking with his claws?
Yeah, he is.
Maybe when his claws shatters.
Ow, that would hurt.
Yeah.
And
Like
he's
the
got two
nails.
sets of them, but yeah, okay. I'll even say that maybe he hits you, but then the momentum carries forward and he shatters them against like Durasteel or something.
Yeah, like part of my dodge. Like he's multiple swipes, and the second swipe hits something that was behind me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 12 damage, pierce 1.
Okay. So.
Oh, I know. This is what happens. I'm not going to give him a mechanical effect, but the fact, like, let's say one of the middle blows is one that actually connected with Durasteel, so he actually doesn't do soft spot on you because he's in too much pain to do that.
What does that mean for this? Or you
He
said
would
you-
have added 4 damage.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
it's 12 pierce 1. All right, next up.
Finally a PC slot.
I don't know about you guys, but I think we should probably just leave.
Yeah, we should run. Pick Saber up and go. Is Adria able to carry Saber?
No.
Okay. I didn't-
He's,
I wasn't
he's
sure
like the
if
size of a
size-
German Shepherd.
Fair
so-
enough. No.
She can't, I can. So.
But you know, having all those people immobilized, that's not a bad idea.
Yep, yeah, Grizzle's gonna go. Probably. Oh, he probably hit Saber with a stim pack first before just picking up and running. So.
Yeah. Give me a second. I mean, so we have 2 PC slots, right? So. I might, if I take one of them, I might be able to get myself up, and then.
Oh, geez, I just realized I was yelling into a muted mic. That's what I was gonna ask if Saber wanted to do his thing first before
Yeah, so against all odds, when incapacitated, perform an against all odds action, making a hard resilience check with force rating, heal wounds equal to successes, and you can spend force vips for success.
I have to check the long text on it, unless that was it. Because I could have sworn it was supposed to be at the end of the round, but...
Oh, good point. I have Force and Destiny up, so I can check.
Yeah, oh, I actually... that's the tree I'm using on my Shadows of the Veil character, so...
Once per
Oh, yeah,
session-
Eric, I just read what you said. I mean, I'm just being flexible with how people are.
No, it doesn't say when. It just says once per session when you're incapacitated. So it might have been supposed to be right as it happened.
Well, it's an
Oh, it's still an
active. It's an active action.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I think it has to be on my turn.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so Saber's going to use his full force rating because he can't consciously keep up sense at the moment. Oh wow,
Wow.
interesting. Apparently
Well,
the light side. So he'll take a strain, but then heal 7 wounds, or 8 wounds actually.
Wow.
So this sort of light, as Gristle comes towards Saber, just flashes around him, and he regains consciousness.
So, how many light side pips do you have to use for that?
I don't. It's just you add. Oh wait, that's a good question on the strain side. So there's no.
It might just need to...
Yeah, it's you just add your pips. You don't have to. It doesn't require a certain number. It's just additional pips is to heal additional wounds.
So you're doing just enough to get up.
I could do. I mean, I.
But
No,
you would
I-
still. Wouldn't you still need to take strain for those though?
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, and so he's basically at sort of max strain at the moment too. So I guess he'll sort of stand up, and that's his turn.
And
So-
Aiden will look at him and say, "Run."
Yeah,
well,
and
you
you
still
guys-
have maneuvers.
You guys are kind of exposed wherever the shot went out, but you can easily turn into an alleyway, and you will no longer be in line of sight.
Hey, we're already in an alley though. That's where we chased
We
him.
can,
Well,
we can
but-
turn out of an alley.
In other words, you're like the picture right here. So she is like way high up someplace, shooting straight down the alley where you guys are. I'm just saying that it's going to be very easy for you guys to get out of line of sight if you choose to do so.
Does Saber still have maneuvers, actually? Because that was an action.
I had to take a maneuver to stand up.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And you
so-
can train right now.
I mean, I could balance it by using less of the light side, I guess. So here's the question: should I just use enough light side to get me conscious, or should I heal as much as I can?
I feel like it's just enough to get conscious as long as you can get away, and then Gristle can do what he can for you.
So I lost count. How many wins? I think I was at 28. So
You started at 29.
okay, I was at 29. So I'll need to use at least 4 of them to become conscious. So that'll be 4 strain from where I was. So 4 instead of 7, so that's 3, and then I'm going to take an extra maneuver. So I'll be at 14 out of 16.
Then you start running down a...
Yeah, Saber will nod. Will just nod in the direction of Aiden, and Adra will, Adra actually probably more so than Saber will just like start grabbing at him and taking him down the alley.
Hauling ass.
Yeah. So
As-
Exit stage left.
Hey, Tommy.
Uh-huh.
As a fellow sharpshooter, is there any type of parting shot I could make in the direction of where that shot came from?
Absolutely. I'll say
All
that,
right.
sure. You'll need to make a, I'll say, it's got to be some sort of like perception or vigilance check to, do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just think I'm going to fail that, but I don't know the difficulty yet.
it's going to be by range, so it's going to be daunting. She's
I would think
on
it'll be
screen.
perception, yeah, because...
Okay, I'm going to use vigilance if that's all right.
I will
Are you gonna
give you
boost because
2
there's already a
boosts,
shot?
because it was much louder than a blaster.
Okay, so 2 boosts on a daunting vigilance check before making a shot.
Oh, and the round.
Nice.
Oh, you see exactly where she is. You see her top knot.
That's a really far away. It's good vision.
I have good eyes.
Yeah.
No, I'll say I'm using my scope to just sort of scan the area
Yeah,
where
you
I
see
heard
her.
the shot come from.
And your scope lines up right with her scope.
All right. So I'm going to. We'll say it was. Well. All right. True aim. She's at extreme.
Yeah.
Okay. I also have that optical sight, so instead of being 4, it'll only be 3.
She's adversary 3, and her defenses. Let me double check here. Defense 1.
All right. Here we go. I'm gonna flip.
I'll flip back.
Oh, jeez. Oops, that doesn't lower a red, it adds a purple.
Oh, you got her.
Okay. So, I hit for... one of those advantages canceled by my set trigger, so I only have one advantage. It'll be 14... 14 Pierce 3.
14 Pierce 3, okay. 14 Pierce 3. It's a good
But
hit.
then I'm leaving also.
Okay. I'll move her down so you can see the damage that you did. But
It's invisible.
I'll switch it.
Okay, so I think so we have 2 PCs that have gone. So I think it's just Dalen that can go next, and then the rest of the Devils are staggered.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he's definitely going to try to catch somebody. So he is going to run forward. Dara and Aiden, roll a 1d100 high is bad.
Uh-oh.
All right, so Dalen rushes towards Dara. He moves 1 maneuver to get within short range, and you see a neuronic whip come out. And
Can I do an incidental?
What was that for, Becca?
Hey, Tommy, I forgot to roll my drugs, my setback for the drugs, so you can remove 1 damage.
okay, yeah, we'll do. So,
Yeah.
Dara, you had an incidental you were going to do?
If I can, yeah, she'll pull out a grenade.
Well, do you have a skill that or talent that allows you to do that as an incidental?
Quick draw.
I have quick draw.
Quick draw's on your
Not your
turn.
turn.
Oh, right, okay. Forget that then.
All right. So what are your defenses?
1 and 1.
1 and 1. Okay.
Oh,
So-
and I'm going to activate dodge.
Okay. So we're looking at 1 purple, 1 red, 1 black, is what you're telling me. Okay. All right, here goes. Oh,
Whoa,
he misses. He
that's
was going to try to
amazing.
entangle you.
Look at all that fill.
Oh
Can you do
Oh, that's
gosh.
amazing. That's maximum fail for those dice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh man, that was going to be bad. But he did get a triumph. So, trying to think.
He could do knockdown, maybe? Or is that not?
No, you need to connect to really do that. I'm trying to think. Triumph. Advantages and triumph.
The whip is like centimeters away from her face. You know, and puts the bejesus into her.
No, I've got something else. With those advantages and triumph, I'm going to have him do something else, but no one notices because you guys are all too busy running. So we're going to go into narrative time, and his advantages and triumph are going to go into effect. All right. So as you guys are running, you turn in an alley and you hear that gun go off again, and when it strikes, there's just this ringing shatter sound, and
Yeah, what does the wound feel like on Saber?
oh,
Or,
it's
like, what is it?
bad.
What is it? Yeah. Oh, I never rolled my crit either.
Oh, that's right.
Does it have some vicious on it?
It does. Second. Well, she does. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, lethal blows. Yeah, I'd imagine. Just
yeah,
pretty ridiculous.
it's ours saying, and also for viewers, sometimes I do forget to put things on people, but she's got lethal blows 3. I mean, she's an assassin, so
So 53 agonizing wound, increased difficulty of all brawn and agility checks.
all right. Yeah, I'm actually going to update her token right now with that.
Which, just
Lethal blows 3. Okay, so as you guys are running, though, you hear sirens, and it looks like the Corfinian authorities, maybe these people, well, especially with the crime scene that happened, the Corfinian cops have been on alert. Winter Dome PD has been around, so they hear that loud-ass gun from Ara Singh, and so it looks like they can't pursue you. You hear Dalen cursing at Ara Singh once again, but you guys do get away.
Then we hear her yell back.
Yes. Shut up! And the Defil, though, are really upset. Extremely upset because they wanted Saber to help them find Rogesh. So,
oh,
yeah.
interesting.
Well, that's the thing, because Dalen said they needed you alive.
Mm-hmm.
Because they wanted to force you to use Seek to find him. Because Rogesh is the bounty, but he knows that you're Force sensitive. Okay, so as you guys are running, all of a sudden your comlinks pick up, and it's from Avadri Norse.
Okay, Dara will respond. And where the hell have you been?
All right, one moment. And we'll say that there's a data pad, someone has it, so you can see the actual vid screen.
Well, Dara's got a holocom, so she
Okay,
can
so
present
you guys
the
kinda like-
holographic image.
Yeah, you guys find a somewhat safe spot. And you
While
see
this is
her.
happening, Gristle can be patching us up.
Yeah.
What's the big-
She is crying. I mean, she just looks all kinds of upset. What do you guys say to her when she appears?
Where are you?
I thought we were friends.
Who?
So as she says that, you guys hear this in the background. Saber recognizes that as Rogesh.
Audrey, what have you done?
Who is Rogesh Vai to you?
He's... Tell me where you are.
Who is he to you?
Dara will put down her holocom and will mouth to Hack. See if you can get us a location on her position.
All right, we'll resolve that in a second. So, what do you say? I mean, she's saying this to all of you. Who is Rogesh Vai to you? She's upset. She's crying. I mean, she looks all kind. I mean, just like she's on the screen.
He's
He
had a
is-
shepherd cast, to be sure.
Reformed,
So
so I've been
Avadri
told.
steps out of the way, and you all can see Rogesh strapped to a gurney. His face is swollen with claw marks and contusions, with one eye blackened and closed shut. There are tear streaks down his face. The veins on his arms are a sickly greenish black. You see your captain of the guard, Gunnar Lofgren, injecting something into the right arm, causing Rogesh to scream once again.
Dara will shout, "Gunnar, you're better than this. Stop it now."
And so Avadri comes back onto the screen and says, Rogesh, or should I say Captain Compnor, and I have had a very long conversation. He has
He's
revealed everything to me. The fact that you, who were supposed to be my friends, had the man who killed my father and never thought to tell me about it? That not only did you refrain from serving him justice, but you allowed him to join your team? And I mean, she's crying as she's saying this. I mean, she's so angry. She can't believe this.
As you may have gathered when he was telling you all this, he's put that behind him now. Torturing him now won't do anything. It won't bring your father back.
Avadri, this isn't who you are.
Your hands are clean, but if you take a life, if you wish to take a life, then you will become everything that you've despised. You do not need to take a life.
What I despise are people who abuse my trust. Remember what I told you so long ago. Loyal as Fjorn. That's what I was to you. And this is how you repay me? Months he's been with you, and no one even thought to tell me it would be different if he had come to me with you and told me the truth. This whole time I've been trying to find my father's murderer, and you knew!
I've only just found out myself.
That is true for Dara, sorry. But she's looking at the rest of you guys who did know for quite a long time.
Aiden's in a similar boat to Dara in that case, but yeah.
You're not the only person to have lost something because of his actions.
So at
We-
this... Oh, go ahead.
We've been able to move beyond it because he's been able to help so many people. Avadri, you don't know how many members of the rebellion would be dead today if it were not for Rogesh Vai.
So at that, she closes her eyes, and another tear rolls down her face. And so she says, "Since you are all so very good at solving cold cases, I have another one for you." Oh, and by the way, just to put some context for the other people that aren't as familiar with Cold Comfort, the group actually didn't solve the murder the first time. It wasn't until they went into Bastion and saw extra clues that Bastion put forth that they pieced everything together. And then Joken was able to put some things together, and he sent a message off to Avadri revealing what had actually happened. So it was a cold case, but they solved it much later down the line. So anyway, if you want Rogesh to live, you will finish what he started. Discover who killed my mother 20 years ago, and I'll return Captain Compnor to you. Though, I can't promise he won't be missing a limb or two. And at that, Gunnar injects Rogesh's other arm, causing the man to scream even louder, the sound echoing in your ears.
Wait, didn't we learn that Mirage was responsible for that? Or that it was believed?
Wasn't it? We just heard it was Saber's dad?
Well, no, it was Saber's mother who was jealous of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So
Sorry.
you don't know if she did or not. And remember the big fact that you found out from the Underworld check. Rogesh was researching Black Sun at the same time too. So that'll be for next week when we play The Heart of Winter. So that's it for the adventure, guys. And yeah, on a different note than usual.
It's a bit of a cliffhanger, yeah.
But yeah, so we will go into XP. All right, so Bran, if you can track these down for me.
Oh, okay.
15 base, +1 for decrypting the message from the broker to M1M3, +1 for recalling the discrepancy between the gear Rogesh was looking up and the weather conditions on Srelor, +1 for getting to New Zygeria so quickly, 2 days. I mean, that was pretty damn fast. And and +1 for convincing a time Oleg to help you guys out. And you guys can tell me some more. What are some other cool things that you'd like to add to that? I'm going to jump in. +1 for Dara, really going into the whole context thing on Core-Fi. She was on top of that, so +1 for that.
I was going to use that one.
Any others? Oh, I'll give +1 for the crime scene with Gristle getting that double triumph and convincing him, like, hey, yeah, I'm supposed to be here. Oh, and let me take this holodisc. This was mine.
Yeah, that was good.
All right. So what is that?
21, I think.
22.
22.
22, okay.
Missed one.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. 22.
Looking through my notes here. And convincing Pokil to stop fighting. So +1 for that. And I think I'm going to close it at that. But, yeah. Okay. So now let's go into MERP and MVP. So most interesting role player. Who would you guys like to nominate?
Dara had a lot of back and forth with various contacts on comms.
Yeah, I go with Saber for
Saber had a
all
lot
this
of good
stuff
stuff too.
with his daddy and his sister.
Yeah, Saber also.
Okay, it looks like we've got nominations for Dara and Saber, so everyone put your votes in for most interesting role player.
Oh, well,
It's a tiebreaker, right?
Well,
yeah.
no, when
Dara, or Dee needs to vote, so okay. Dara gets it. So congratulations, Dara, most interesting role player. Now let's go to MVP. So I can see this going a lot of ways, but I'll let you guys nominate, but I'm going to step in with something as well after you guys say your piece.
I'd say Saber for his interaction with Daddy.
This is MVP.
Well, this is MVP, so we're not doing
Oh,
role play anymore.
Sorry. MVP. No idea.
Well, I'm just going to say it. Saber grabbing that thermal detonator and throwing it, so it was no longer...
Yes.
Because that was a guaranteed 10 for everybody unless... Well, it was at least 10 damage, or 20. And he turned that into 10 or 0.
If it was 20, that would have taken out a few of us, I think.
Yeah. That really changed the rules of the fight there.
Not only that, but also binding all of the
Yeah.
the things at the end.
Yeah, pretty nice move. Before he got shot by Ara, taking them down.
Before he got shot for like his entire wound threshold.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, man.
So
I was
she...
debating whether to have Protect Up or Bind, but Bind was the most tactical set. Yeah.
So I'll let you guys know. Obviously, your characters don't, but she has a Verpine shatter gun.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
You were saying crystal stuff. I'm like, oh, that's Verpine something.
Yeah, that thing is Pierce 4 and Knockdown.
Yeah.
And Extreme Range. And it doesn't have slow fire.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's an extreme range weapon without slow fire, but it's like 35,000 credits, so... Yeah.
Makes sense that she would have it.
Yeah.
She's been in the game a long time.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we've got a nomination for Saber. Any other nominations? All right, well, if there are no other... Oh, go ahead.
Gristle had some good stuff with with the double triumph, for example, things like that. A lot of conversational MVPing. lots of good, very good roles.
Yeah.
Like getting Pokill. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Stand
so
down.
let's vote between Gristle and Saber for MVP.
It's time.
Wow, close ones. All right, congratulations, Saber, on MVP. And before I cut the recording, Um, yeah, so this was a little bit different than what you guys were expecting, especially Brandon, because I had talked to Brandon a bit. So,
Yeah, he was asking me, well, if one of the sisters had to die, which one would it be?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was that just? Did you change the way it worked, or did it just?
Well, the only hint I had is that he was trying to assassinate Alberon, so...
I mean, that was the question to Tommy.
oh
right?
yeah, I had to kind of do a little bit of smoke and mirrors for this, but I mean,
Mhm.
you guys weren't expecting this, right?
No.
No.
I thought-
It makes so much sense, though. Like, we are complete assholes for not have talking to her this entire time.
Yeah. And that's why I never brought it up. I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a mission about this. The fact that they've had her murderer for so long. Because it would have, just like she said, it would have been so different if you guys had said, Rogesh needs to talk to you. You know?
Yep. I think
And-
part of the thing with that is that like it's really easy to forget that contacts list is there.
Oh, yeah.
Even when you're saying look at the contact list, it's like okay, well, we look at the ones for that mission and not the whole thing.
Yeah.
And, and also too, this made an interesting story because now she's
Oh,
got
yeah.
she's got Rogesh, she's got the man who killed her father, but she wants to know who killed her mother 20 years ago. So it's going to be kind of tough. Lots of suspects and craziness going on, but
CSI Shadow of the Broker.
and actually
Yeah.
the other thing too, there will be a mission timer as well because I mean Rogesh is going through some pretty terrible things. So the faster you guys can solve the case, the better he'll be.
Well, hopefully Ian will be able to be there to extricate us all to victory.
Will it be
I
same
don't know.
teams?
I don't think Avadri is quite prepared what's going to happen to her if Rogesh isn't. Yeah, I don't know. This is not Saber's not light side yet, so
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I was going to say let Dara do the approaching and talking to her face to face.
no, I'm going to force light in the face is what I'm going to do.
Oh, yeah. But with that, I will cut the recording here. I'll stick around for a little
Oh.
bit as always.
Well, let me-
Oh, morality and obligation, right. Yeah.
Okay, so got 2 conflict. I rolled a lot of light side this time around,
You
so
did.
I go up by 16.
Wow.
That was a max roll.
Wow.
Nice.
What does that put you at?
66, 67.
Oh, gosh. You're,
I thought you were at
within
52.
striking distance.
I think I'm at 51. Let me check morality tab. Yeah.
Do we get any credits on this?
No.
Yes, she's just going to give us credits to go look for I've kidnapped your friend. Here's some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
All right. So, with your obligation,
Mhm.
you got to see some. I should have pulled in some more of that. I forgot actually, but you got to see that some things are actually getting better, and you're not completely at odds with your father.
Yeah. What's
So it's up to you how much you can lower it. How much is up to you.
The whole avenue of him actually being able to work with his father is pretty revolutionary, or not revolutionary, but it's pretty surprising to him.
Yeah.
I guess because the brokers, I would say 3 probably.
Yeah. Okay.
So move that down to 4 instead of 7.
Because the fact that the broker came in and helped him take out all of these enemies that he did not even know of because of the connection or what was revealed by Atai Molech, Alberon is totally willing to come to the negotiation table with his son about things.
Yeah, he's not evil. He's just an ass. So
And he had some terrible things happen. I mean, his wife tried to kill him, so...
yeah. And I mean, I do have some concept of the story of like what his last 20 years have been like, and they not especially pleasant. So, reason for all of those cybernetics and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. And I think that's everything, right?
Yeah.
All right, so join us next week when we do Heart of Winter, which is actually the third in the Core-Fi series. Started by Cold Comfort, followed by Frozen Assets, and finally the Heart of Winter. See you next week.